Hello, dreamers. Welcome back to the Zettaplex. How are you all doing tonight? Come on in. Make yourself comfortable. I hear there's something happening tomorrow. Today, even for some of you. Hopefully it's a very merry day. But why don't we get settled in? It's good to see y'all. How y'all be tonight? Life good? Everything peachy? We're just here to chill out, have some fun. Probably actually play a video game for once. I know I always promise we're gonna jump into a game at some point, then it's like, nah, I just end up talking for 3 hours.
Good one.
Thank you. Yeah. That's the best Christmas gift I could ever get. In fact, you know what? Mark, hold on. Hang tight. It is... Let's even. Hi. So, make sure you keep eye contact. Hold on. What's going on? Oh, that's why. I know what's going on. Hello. Whoa! Giant man! Hi, Mar. Merry Christmas. Both of your gifts came in today, so enjoy. You're welcome. Thank you, Zaddy Claus. You are most welcome. You are absolutely most welcome. Now fly off like Santa's sleigh. Beautiful. All right then. Back up. A little too close to the camera. How am I not freezing with the boobs out, man? I keep it comfy in here. Plus, I'm just one of those who doesn't get cold much. By the way, I'm gonna do a little something. Hang tight. Let's see if I can pull this off. There we go. Change the mood a little bit for tonight. Get things nice and chilled out. I mean, it is nighttime after all. The sound of a silent night. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I hope you all are having a wonderful night, and that hopefully, tonight's been just as pleasant for y'all. Just a nice chance to relax, drift away. Close up for geeses. The geese. Oh god, I should have probably programmed in some mistletoe. A little hard to get that around these parts. Not too many things grow near the Zettaplex, but... yeah. So, y'all got any fun plans coming up? Any adventures? Any sweet... Oh, another gift? Thank you, Mar! First I get the head pats, then I get the collar. Aw, shucks. Man, I guess I have been a good boy this year. Have I been a good boy? Am I a good boy? Please say I'm a good boy. Please. 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 Yay! I'm a good boy! Nice. Oh god, I swear, I'm like an overgrown puppy dog sometimes. Well, every now and then a little bit slips through. The best boy. Oh, shucks. Thank you, my dude. Come on in. Make yourself comfy. Get cozy. You chillax. My brother from another mother. Chocolate-covered strawberries for 3 hours. That is not a bad deal. Chocolate-covered strawberries. Fair enough. Well, I'm here to help y'all drift away, so as long as you're just enjoying the vibe, just chillaxing. I was trying to think what game to be like, Ooga Booga Booga! Good morning, Tuxel, Joyeux Noel. Come on in. Hopefully you're feeling okay. You said your throat, it was a fever you said, right? I hope that you're not dealing with too much of that. Oh man, the hugs, that even reminds me. I know, since I got my little guy down here, I need to update you sometime, because we do not look the same nowadays, man. I still got my coat. In fact, my VTuber mama, she even gave me a really hot looking look with my old coat. Well, what was left of it after the transformation, at least. Code actually survived it pretty well. A lot of the other stuff didn't, kind of bulked up a little bit, so got gratuitous rips and things like that. But, uppies? I can sneak in some uppies, yeah. You can have some uppies. Around you go. See Marine? Yes. Come on in. Your Christmas gift has arrived. Man titties. You're welcome. Plus also a few Monato statues. There's been like 5 or 6 that have come around that I definitely could not show on stream, so treat yourself. Yeet. I can slip in one more. Where are you at? Actually, it's weird. Y'all are bigger for some reason. Why is my UI all messed up? I'm gonna see if I can fix things up with stream avatars. Hold tight for a sec. Don't worry, I'll bring y'all back. What's going on with that? Because all of a sudden, everyone's been kind of stretched out and weird. So let me see if I can unstretch. You just need Cerise tied up in a bow under your Christmas tree, getting creative with all the ribbon. Yes. I know what you are, Susbrows suggestively. There we go. That looks right. Let me bring y'all back in now. There we go. Which maybe I should actually boost up y'all's size at some point, but currently eating right now so you can't do art crimes? You know what I am. What are you saying you know what I am? What do you mean? I'm just here to entertain. And yes, Angel, let me see if I can where are you? Where are you? There you are, right in the corner. Uppies, around you go. And I believe, Diamond, what'd you say tonight was Dia de los Familia? Is that, I was gonna say how you refer to Christmas Eve? 100%. Yeet. There we go. Let's see if I can find Daniela. I didn't see where you were. Aiden, Suvana, where are you at? Where are you at? I am not seeing you. Where did you go? You're around here somewhere, probably. Unless for some reason you haven't spawned in. That is Angel.
Yee, thank you so much.
What's Christmas? How does one even begin to describe that? Of course, there's the traditional answer. Yeah, Danielle, I'm gonna keep looking for you, but I cannot find where you are right now. So, it looks like you might have not spawned in yet. I'll keep an eye on that. But, yes.
Hoi hoi!
Welcome in, Clarity. Make yourself comfortable. We're just kind of vibing. I know you've been working on your Goob Crew art, which has been fun to see you adding everyone in there. Y'all know I love seeing art, so share your art crimes. Be proud of your art crimes. Share all the things. Wish someone would give you head pats? Let me see if I can find it. Where are you at, Just a King? Did you pop in? I think you should be appearing right now. I was gonna say, is something going on that I'm not getting the YouTube side of things? Let me try this. All right, let me try bringing y'all back in. Uno mas. Why am I not seeing all of y'all on YouTube? There we are. That should cover it. Hopefully. Probably. I'll find out soon. Names popping in, y'all showing up. Where are we? Where are you? Because I don't see you, Chester, either. Interesting. Make sure everything's going right with the stream. Okay, that one is good. Okay, so that's worked. Why am I not seeing y'all? Must be a weird YouTube issue. Because I know I can see you in chat. And I've got it set up so it is your stream, because I do also have the vertical stream going tonight. I'm streaming to like 4 different places. Always want to share everything with everyone. But I'm just, why am I not seeing you? Interesting. I'll have to troubleshoot that later. But yes. Legit so hard to type straight. What? What are you talking about, Johi? Can I sign your book through the screen? Might be a little hard for me to break through. I know if you do happen to physically manifest yourself in the Zettaplex, then I can do that. But a little hard for me to reach through the screen. I mean, I can try. I can get up close at least. So hold on. Hang on tight. I can at least get up to here and, can hold something in my hand, but a little hard for me to break on through to the other side. So unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to do that. Oh my. But yes. Ooh, just uploaded the song in the Discord. Hope you enjoy Dean Martin. Good choice. You enjoy doing a lot of crooner stuff. So we got Frankie Blue Eyes you were talking about last night, and now some Dean Martin. That just got me thinking of tropical environments. And just a little bossa nova. When marimba rhythms start to play, dance with me, make me sway, like the lazy ocean hugs the floor. Hold me close, sway me more. Man, and also, thank you, Marine, for those emotes. I'm so glad they all work, especially with Tail. Do not drink 18-year-old liquor. Now, hold up for a second, Joey. Are you talking 18-year-old aged unopened liquor? Or are you talking 18-year opened once upon a very long time ago and just kind of left with a little bit of air aged? Okay, so that's some intense stuff. Probably like a nice whiskey, I take it? Some nice whiskey dream juice? Okay. Now, since it sounds like it was a pretty intense flavor, are we talking Scotch? Because now that's when you're getting into some pretty strong stuff, which even without being aged that much, can get, oh, you drank it straight. So, little tip from someone who, so I don't know, it would depend on the origin and how it was fermented. So Scotch being a type of whiskey versus bourbon versus like just Tennessee whiskey versus Irish whiskey. So there's a lot of varieties. But one thing that you can do, since drinking it straight certainly has a pretty intense burn to it. So drinking whiskey cut with water. Scotch is a type of Scottish whiskey that usually has a very smoky taste. A very intense, smoky, peaty kind of flavor, very earthy. It's, how do I describe the taste of it? It can be bitter, and smoky is the easiest way to describe it. But so, especially if you posted in general, let's take a look, see if we can find that. I might have a little experience with, oh, Johnny Walker, that is some nice stuff. That is definitely something to enjoy. So yeah, since they say it is a Scotch, definitely has a very intense flavor. But what I would recommend next time, if you want to enjoy it a little gentler and kind of let the flavors bloom a bit, equal parts whiskey and water. And you can mix this up. You can serve it over ice, which will definitely also ease the flavor as well. So if you got like a large whiskey style ice cube, there's many different ways you can serve this. Of course, I'm doing IT checks right now. So for full disclosure, this is be responsible. I certainly enjoy my dream juice, but I don't want to be causing any trouble. So stay hydrated and y'all behave. Consume for flavor, not for sensation. But, so, whiskey, when you serve it as half whiskey, half water, and usually whiskey, you'll pour like a 2-ounce shot or 60 milliliters, depending on what is, just depending on how you like to calculate it. I know metric tends to be a bit easier for me. So, equal parts whiskey and water. And so that way, you still get that whiskey flavor, but without as much intense burn. And that's one of the things, especially with whiskey, where because it can be so powerful. Now, we're talking 40% alcohol, 80 proof, or even stronger, can go up to 90 to 100, maybe even 120, I think some whiskeys can go to. So those tend to be, they're intense. That burn will get you. So when cutting with water, it helps it bloom. And that way, you're not getting such slightly heating up liquor by holding the glass with the bottom sitting on your hand. Now that is something you could do as well, depending on how you want to serve it. Half a drink, got dizzy. Yeah, it's. I will always just say, enjoy responsibly, whatever your circumstances are. But I certainly understand where it can be quite intense to consume something, especially on an empty stomach. A good cocktail recipe. Oh, I'm interested in that. And yes, Sorbet Shark, and I see you, Jester, now. I'll try to get you for
Welcome, dreamer.
And welcome, Buff Cowboy Hellhound Demon. Welcome in. I hope you're enjoying tonight. Respect for the name.
Good boy.
I feel like I need to check out your stuff right now. You wouldn't happen to be another VTuber, would you? But yeet! Let's see. And Sorbet Shark. I'll find you in a second. Let's see. Now you got me curious. So, Mar, you missed out last night because I was visited by I don't even know if I want to say it. I was visited by I only follow bottoms. And I'm like, well, shucks. Okay, I wasn't expecting that follow, but welcome. Oh man, that certainly wasn't. Yeah, that was certainly a thing that happened last night. And I'm just looking like that going, okay, that not a chosen role, but sure, okay, well, shucks, I guess if I give off that energy, then sure, fine, I appreciate the compliment and the follow. Oh my god. Golly. That's when I get myself in trouble, is telling a story like that. Oh, Twitch, never change. I guess we'll have to see if anyone else joins us sometime in the future. Who knows who else might visit us at some point. On a Sound of Silence night. I mean, I would say more submissive. You know, I can be very submissive and subscribable. Make sure to hit that like button. Wink. Leave your comments. Hack that algorithm. Get it all out there. Because otherwise, you know, I've been trying to test some things, and I think YouTube is actually suppressing my boobies. For some reason, YouTube does not like the boys being out. So it seems like some videos just could be edited nicely, but just nope, no one's gonna see them. As I had even released a new short, which I was just having fun making after getting a very suspicious spam email. You know, just we'll give you Twitch subscribers, and you give us 50% of the revenue. You can make like $1,000 a month. And, you know, mind you, Twitch already takes 50% of every subscription. So you're getting a 25% cut of whatever this scheme is that they're putting into things. It's probably going to be a chargeback as well. And they're like, it's totally within TOS. Yeah, bullshit. But good night, Bella. Have a wonderful night. May you have beautiful dreams. And may the dreams that enter your mind palace be so vivid, like a gift coming to you, that you can hold it close and cherish it as you return to the hours of the waking. Until you return to the Zetaplex. Good night. So, let me swap you around there, Yornaya-chan. Boop. 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 Boing! just tongue, just like puppy tongue, like. Oh, this recipe. So Clarity Lore just dropped this in the chat. 1 ounce whiskey, a ½ ounce of mead, a teaspoon each of honey and maple syrup with a splash of soda. Interesting. So that's a lot of sweetness, because you're getting mead, which usually is fermented with honey, plus straight up honey and maple syrup. That's a very sweet drink. And at least some soda to cut it. It almost sounds like a funky variation on a whiskey sour, if you were thinking Sprite is one of the things. Like, I know Club Soda would definitely be a much... speaking of which, time to take a little drink. Can you fly, please? I think I can sneak you in there. Let me see if I can find you. Stay thirsty, folks. Where are you? I know you're around here somewhere, Leona. I probably need to up the number of how many of y'all can spawn in. Ah, there you are. So I got 10. Yellow, let me grab you from up. Actually, that's max. Hold up. Grab you for a little round since I finally did find you. Ah, there you are, Leona. Yeet! And there we go. Flying with a little bit of that Deimos magic. I swear. So you always give the warmest smile to the sweet boy. So, got some fun stuff. I'll get to you, Dolly-chan. I'll get to you. I can squeeze in a few more uppies.
Yeet. Get to be a good boy.
Yeet. And Evan, I'll get you in there as well. Yeah. I can sneak you in. You're being grabbed. Oh, no. No want. Can you squeeze the boys? I mean, Marv, weren't you just doing that already? I mean, I almost heard honk honk sounds when you were up there. And you're just like,
No, stay like this for a while. I'm fine like this.
you're greedy. I know. And you say you're not a brat. Yeet. Can you be a flying fox? Now, let me get Evan. Okay, so actually, you know what? Evan and Tuxel, you are both right next to each other. So, around you go. To the shoulder. To the Remy spot. Now fly! And the flying fox. Foxel into the sky. Which, if any of y'all want to see some cool stuff, Tuxel's been working on a new model. And so she's got an adorable little chibi version of herself. And the ear twitches, just chef's kiss. It is adorable. So, it's always fun to see art. I know things are a little bit of a mess right now on X, where right now, of course, they put in a terrible new feature, which is, hello, carelessly handled. Welcome back. No, all good. All good. Chill out. Relax. We're just here to enjoy the vibe, probably play some games in a little bit. But it is all good. Because, you know, it's funny. So, Sketchy Raven, I was thinking about raiding her, which she... Okay, well, fair enough. I guess I've been a good boy. I get a nice collar. Here, take a closer look. There you are. I get to be a good Dirk. Man, someone tell Santa this, so it's like,
Oh, yeah, you've been a very good Dirk this year. Ho, 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 ho. I'll give you whatever you want.
infinite dopamine, sir.
Oh, it's a little harder than I would have thought, but, I'll see what I can do.
Calling you a brat. I won't say anymore. I feel like I need a sniffer emote, like... I know what you are. Yeah, it's so interesting how you have canonized characters like that. That Santa Claus, or Father Christmas, Père Noël, so many versions, how he got popularized in pop culture, or Sinterklaas even for like the Dutch. And here he ended up popularized by Coca-Cola. And over the years, where it's just,
This is what Santa sounds like, a jolly man who's got a little bit of girth, but he's got magic in his soul, and brings presents to all the good children. Ho, 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 ho!
in fact, I know the voice actor I sound like knows a voice actor who was the Santa Claus of North Pole Radio for years. I think still is. Nikki Newcomb. Hi!
Welcome,
Saw this
dreamer.
model being made. I'm following you. You got by bisexual witch... Well, shucks. Welcome in. Make yourself comfortable. I'm glad you're enjoying everything right now. Let me back up for a little second. I'm so close on the camera right now. There we are. All right, let my neck breathe for a sec. The Louise Belcher. I smell fear on you. Oh my. Well, I feel like if we have a Louise Belcher thing, it's just butts. We just repeat butts. And just everything, butts. A seat. And that's the day we play Crash Bandicoot, which, when it was in development, was essentially referred to, I forget the exact name, but its internal code name before they decided what to call it was basically the Sonic Ass platformer, because of the perspective where you're just looking at Crash's backside for the majority of the game. A little too close to the camera. You want to see the cat, the little cat. Butts! Hello, Lorelei. How are you doing tonight? Come on in, make yourself comfortable. I know we were talking, well, I know as we were talking when you popped in the other day, I'd been lurking in a few of your streams as you've been playing some Minecraft, and just seeing oh yeah, it's Minecraft, and she's got a gun! And a jetpack! And I'm just going, oh. Okay, we got some wild mods in this server. On today's Minecraft server, I pop a cap in this guy's ass. Typical Minecraft videos. And then you have pop a cap in this guy's ass family, pop a cap in this guy's ass school, pop a cap in this alpha wolf's ass, so on and so forth. You know, iterations, variations on a theme, typical YouTube. Still laughing at Mars. Yes. I forget the exact comment, but so we've got a mutual friend, Mars, over in Britain, and I don't think I could say on stream exactly what kind of hips Mars said I had, like one of their characters. And I'm like, well, shucks. Okay, I guess I got a little bit of cunty energy. Just a little, just a smidge. It kind of just comes out. You know, you can be of all varieties, but you need to serve at least a little cunt. Everyone just needs a little bit. Just a smidge, just a skosh. Oh man, you know, as I always say, it's like at some point I'll get to video games, play actual video games, but conversation just keeps going. And we go farther and farther off the rails on a crazy train. But yes. Are we going to watch another episode of The Amazing Digital Circus? Oh, I mean, Christopher, we did watch the latest episode. Well, actually, the day it came out. So, probably when episode 8 comes out. But I know right now, it'll happen when it happens. Because I've not seen exactly... When would it be? March. I think that's when Gooseworks said it was. It was due in March. I know, that's right. So Mars said that I apparently have fuck me hips. And I'm just going, oh, well, shucks. Thank you. Good night, Daniela. But, I'm not sure. I'm kind of burned out on Mario Kart 8 right now. I need a little time to recharge. Marine, you saw that. That was... you probably saw that anyway. Wait, did you see that? Mars is... Well, Lorelai, stop. Gonna make me blush here. I'm gonna go as red as my hair. Oh my, I hope you're enjoying your evening. I was gonna say, I don't know, you weren't streaming tonight, were you? It was either last night or 2 nights ago that I remember tuning in for a little bit. And there's my collar again. Every time I start going off the rails, everyone's like, no, come back in, pulls the leash. It's like, no, come on. Who's a good boy? There you go. Head pats. Get some uppies? Absolutely. And everyone go check out Lorelai's stuff. She's got nice chill vibe, been doing some Minecraft recently, is another artist streamer, and just, relaxing, chill, and as she would also say, mommy vibes. So if you ever want to hear just relaxing... I'm trying to think of the most appropriate words to use, but just lovely to listen to. So, go check out her stuff. I'll drop fact, I'll drop a shout out as soon as it's time to fly. Yeet! Like, Mar, I know you would enjoy listening to Lorelai's stream in particular. Let's see. There we go. Cozy and stimulating trademark. I like that. I have to have heard. I'm like, for as much as I lurk, I'm going, I have to have heard you say that. But yeah, go check out her stuff. We got, it's been so nice. Like, I know she does great stuff. Mandy, or Mall Dummy, does great stuff. Jay, well, I appreciate him being my VTuber papa and giving me, between him and Avi Yoroma, just, I got some good genes. I'm like, they're both gorgeous. They got great styles, and all of a sudden I'm just going, okay, well, all right, this, I didn't come out with any body dysmorphia, that I can say. Got your PJs? Yes. I mean, as you drift away, at some point, the diamond dust will take over, and you'll start to drift away and have dreams and beautiful visions of wonderful things to come. Baking right now, and the kitchen is broiling. Fair. Yikes. Quinn's final gift. Oh, was that the one you mentioned? Or is that another one coming up? Which I'm sure he's resting right now because it's late for y'all now that it is actually Christmas Day for you all. A physical gift. Okay, that's right, because you were showing me, well, I don't know if I want to say it, just in case. I imagine you're probably why he's sleeping. You're not right there. Christmas pattern PJs. Nice. Enjoy. And hello, Gamma Church. Welcome back. You got money. After all, we've got to have money. Rest in power, Tony J. Your performance is, well, everything Tony J touches is just such gold. But when hearing him, the first Tom and Jerry movie, which was such a hot mess, you look back at it and just go, man, this was a thing. Thank you. Head pets. 9:14 Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. Okay, so you're Pacific time. 10:15. We got Mountain Time. I always love. Hello, Sin. Come on in. Oh, we got the whole Goob Squad popping in right now. Make yourselves comfy, guys. And a Merry Christmas to you too. I hope it's a wonderful day to you with
Welcome, dreamer.
who are wonderful in your lives. And thank you for the follow, Silver Morgan. Come on in. This is a place to rest. A place where you can chase your dreams and just find the peace you need to take on the world whenever it's time to wake. That new voice. Well, you know, I'm just taking things down a notch. I didn't think I changed things too much. Given I did change, well, I guess, you know, changing the act a little bit after, to think all the times I was coming to you all, just masquerading as a .exe. Because sometimes, you know, it takes a little coaxing just to go, here, step into my world. Don't worry, it's safe. You've got those 50 tabs open, you've been up for 36 hours. Just let yourself drift away into digital crystalline dreams. Anything you could imagine. A world of fantasy, a liminal space. Not too much, Wing Zero. We've mostly been just chatting right now. 6 a.m. for you. I know, you're getting ready for presents. So hopefully you got some cool stuff. More subscribable. Well, shucks. I'm always glad whenever y'all want to hit that subscribe button. Twitch, YouTube, OnlyFans. Which, speaking of which, that reminded me. Speaking of OnlyFans, with the bullshit going on Twitter, where now that they made an untoggleable edit image button, so if anyone posts an image, some AI chud can just download it and edit it however they want. You know, it's all kinds of crap. And I hate seeing this because, you know, a lot of artists who just feel like it's just one kick after another. And you want to have a platform where you can get your stuff out to everyone. And Twitter is still a good platform for that. But right now, you can't watermark stuff. Glaze and Nightshade don't do anything. So here, the only options you have where you can protect your art from this awful exploitative feature is where you can use what's called that angry emote, though. Well, I mean, you know, I don't normally get too pissed off, but every now and then it's like, dude, come on. I just, you know, what is it with the internet? What is it with tech bros? But even like going live today, where I'm just going, all right, so I don't want to be posting any more art until there's something done with this feature. So you know what? We get a little creative. We post a video. Because you can't exactly remix a video. You can't turn it into another video, so hacking the system. Teehee. Yeah, generative AI is bullshit. And, you know, we'll see. Because it's a sort of thing. Blue Sky, GIFs and videos are safe right now. So it's not ideal, especially because GIFs, by their nature, you can only use 256 colors. So it will crunch your art down in terms of your color space. But at least it is an option. And videos, you know, well, actually, you know, videos might even be, that might be the play right now, where you just take a static image and make it into a quick video that's, 10, 15 seconds long, or even, you know, doing any of your progress drawings for any of y'all who like to record everything as you're going through the process. Social media is such an interesting thing because, you know, before Blue Sky came along, the alternative was Mastodon. And the thing with Mastodon, which Bluetooth is based on Mastodon, can I laugh? I mean, if y'all make me laugh, I can laugh. But so Blue Sky is based on Mastodon, which you have federated instances, they refer to it. I'm going to get into a little tech nerdery for a second, which Mastodon was designed to be decentralized, so anyone can run a Mastodon server. And you could be on it wherever. It could be like mastodon.social, mastodon.xyz, mastodon.cloud. There were a lot of special interest ones, like ones for art, specifically furry communities. Pawoo was a big Japanese one. But the thing about this is that you could join these little Mastodon instances, but if you wanted to communicate with anyone who was primarily on a different Mastodon instance, there was not an easy way to connect with them. And you would have your local timeline, have a federated timeline. It was super complicated. Now, what Blue Sky is a Mastodon instance, but with tremendous capacity. Like what the main Mastodon instance, main with big quotation fingers, it's mastodon.social. So Blue Sky is basically that. And Blue Sky's got some good features. But, you know, a social network can only be as effective as the users who move over. So, like, you know, Mother Zucker comes out with, hey, so we hear everyone doesn't like Twitter, so I'm going to make Threads, which you'll totally love. And of course, you know, it's like total bullshit. Threads is probably the absolute worst of the bunch, which I used it for a short time. But then I was just getting this big brand crap. And I'm like, I don't care about Nike. I don't care about Coca-Cola. I don't care about ABC News. But then if I say, no, I'm not interested in it, then I just get even more bullshit where it's giving me famous people. And I'm just like, I don't care. This person is famous. 1 million people know them, which means they're probably an asshole. Can I get the things I want to see instead of it shoving this crap down my throat? Consent, man. Consent. Can you get a hug? You know what? We can sneak a hug in there. Let me see. Scoot up a little bit. Of course, we always get the bed squeaking, so. Where are you, Wing Zero? Where are you? Here you go. Hug. Just don't worry. Breathe in. Breathe out. Warm embrace. Holding hands even. How scandalous. Yeet! Oh, my. Why I'm on your DILF titties? Well, shucks, my DILF titties. My Durgan DILF titties? I mean, you did want a hug. Oh, wait, you probably meant like a stream avatar's hug. Lol, whoops. But difficult to get traction on Kara. Yeah, and that's the thing is you do have these good services which they can definitely blossom, and it's hard because everyone wants to go the big name because it's easy. Now you get some which are starting to Baka throws a donut at you, but is it a jelly-filled donut? It's interesting because now you do have some things like Facebook seems to be losing some steam because it's turned into an infamous, how would you say, boomer media, where it's AI slop and just people that you're connected with but really don't care about. And I get it, some people like different services, but a pistachio donut, ooh. I was gonna say, I feel like almost, I just thought of something right now, a pistachio donut. Interesting. I would now be curious to try a Dubai chocolate donut, since that's now the thing. You mainly see posts about people you don't even follow, and that's the bullshit of it with Threads, is for some reason, the algorithm is optimized to show you all these big names and pulling over all the Insta numbers, so you're seeing all the influencer bullshit. And I don't care about famous people. Yes, you've got 9 million followers on Instagram, and that's translated to Threads. Just go away, shoo. Go be famous and obnoxious and waste all sorts of money so you somehow end up bankrupt. Facebook got weirdly political. Oh yeah, no, I don't want to, mind you, I don't want to bring things too deep into the waking world because Mother Zucker, of course, how would I describe Mother Zucker? A boner killer and a twit. I think that's an appropriate way of discussing him. So, especially where all of a sudden a lizard, he is a lizard person. Well, actually, no, I kind of, hold that. I take offense to that. I mean, mind you, I'd like to think that I'm of a little higher quality than Mother Zucker. I mean, I'm a little bit of a scaly myself. For any of y'all who have noticed that, oh, hello! Where'd my legs go? For any of y'all who might have noticed, I might have a few shiny scales on me. Dream Dragon coming too. Oh yeah, let's not even talk about Sam Altman. My third leg, my fourth leg, Mar. The fourth leg. The one that I can show without having to go to Fansly. But, oh man, I'm getting in so much trouble tonight. Hey yo, another one? I mean, I would hope so. Okay, so one streamer I enjoy watching is Croc. Croc and Envy, they're just a fun pair with their varying styles. But with Croc, his entire running thing is because he is a prehistoric dinosaur. Everyone teases him about having a cloaca. So, like what's called the 7 scales of furry, where you look at just how much the characteristics and how they break down on an anthropomorphic scale from fully human to animal ears to just straight up animal at the end. And I once had a question to go, okay, so as I reveal myself to be a dragon, how far can you go into scaly territory before you have to accept a cloaca? So I won't say anything else, but yes, I don't know. I shouldn't say anything beyond that. I'm gonna get myself in trouble. But yeah, other fun people to check out. Know a website where we can find that out. Mar? What are you talking about? What website where we can find that out? What are you saying? Are you saying you have found my OnlyFans? Are you saying you have found all of my stuff for private subscribers? My ASMR videos that might or might not be going to Patreon at some point? My comforts you as you're going down on the Titanic after having time traveled back to it? Hello, Leslie. Welcome back. My highest sub. I think that's called a Dom at that point. Make a Gundam kit bash. Oh, that's it. Man. I feel like a bit of a basic B when it comes to Gundam, because the Gundam that was my gateway was Gundam Wing. And Gundam Wing is kind of funny because it's treated as... I've heard it's got a bit of a stigma in the classic Gundam fandom, because, you know, instead of Space Odyssey, it starts getting into pretty boy soap opera, where you just have Hiro and Relina. Oh, thank you. Thanks, man. Get down. Grip the horns aggressive. Now, need to discuss before we get into something like that. Don't get me in trouble. Well, all right, I'm collared again. I can't believe y'all. Y'all literally wait the moment that becomes available to hit me up. Yeah, with the Angel Wings Gundam. Oh, Mar, you... Next time, Mar. Next time. I know you like to touch the horns. I know you like to touch up there. Y'all are really gonna get me in trouble. I swear, y'all treat me like I'm some slutty male VTuber. I can't believe y'all. Scandalous. Y'all are gonna get me in so much trouble on Twitch one of these days. I mean, YouTube's already angry at me where it's like, no, you're dragon buoys. We don't want these out right now. No, stop that. Put those honkers away, man. Oh. They discriminate against my dragon titties. I'm sorry. It's like the meme of the guy in the shower, except reversed, where I'm just standing there sad, like, everyone's so mean to me. And you just see me crying just with, well, what can I say? Just booped a snoot. I mean, I appreciate the boops. Fun little boops. I really am just an overgrown. Oh look, waifus! Star, hello! Come on in, everyone, to the next realm! As you guide their souls from Pal Chaos to my silent sanctuary. What stories await? Well, as everyone is getting exploded on screen, welcome in, Raiders. I am Mihai Zetta. I am the Memory Reaper and a Dream Dragon. Welcome to the Zettaplex. Your escape from it all, and a chance to explore your dreams. Whatever you need in this escape, it's yours to grasp. Welcome, Dreamer. All I ask in return is a memory. Little toll, just to enjoy for as long as you want. But come on in. Finally, I'm up for you to raid. I know, I'm going live a little bit earlier. Let me get my shout out ready. Let's see, not shared chat, shout out. I think there's got to be an easier way to do shout outs, because I'm always typing in usernames manually. I guess, you know, it's being a dream dragon. I've also got some characteristics with memory dragons. Because, you know, memories are beautiful treasures to hold on to. But how they are. Memory dragons are old silver dragons. And I kind of heard that and I'm like, So, I'm old. Can you aggressively, you know what, since you haven't gotten uppies, here you go, Catalyst. No, I am a dream dragon. I've got some characteristics like those memory dragons. But I mean, I guess I could be your silver dragon. Living in your head rent-free? Well, shucks. I'm always happy to leave a memory of my own. Whenever you leave this world, I'm happy to give you a pixel of light, a dream, if you will, something that you can take back and help you with whatever you need whenever you leave this world. Yeet. So, I hope that it can be helpful with whatever you need once you leave until you return. New demon form. I think I need to see that, Naya-chan. Where? Let me take a look at what's going on, because make sure I'm not losing track. Uppies. Yeah, let me get you an Azrael. Where are you at? There you are right now. That is you. Also, that is a snake. You are holding a danger noodle in your hand. That's adorable. Man, every time I think, I want to get you guys some custom little... I want to get you guys something custom, but you all have so much fun just decorating yourselves up. I go, I don't know if I want to take that away. A danger needle, I know. But by the way, how you doing, Starstar? What were you streaming tonight? There's probably something that I need to program in so I can actually see what you're streaming. I apologize that I don't know right now. But what... Have I ever done any conventions as my avatar? Not yet. I would love to. I would love to do meet and greets and just, you know, hang out with everyone who comes out. I always wonder how that works, because I've seen some people who do them and I go, man, I would think the audio from the convention hall would be insane. The new tag on my blue sky, what you talking about, Mar? What you talking about? You didn't see anything. You didn't see anything. What you talking about? New tags? I don't know what you're talking about. That's always been there. I'll let my neck breathe for a sec. Doing Phasmo, okay. Oh, and doing Pal World. I've been meaning to actually start Pal World. So once, when Pokemon ZA came out, and I heard all the news, I just went, ugh, you know, this is... Game Freak, Nintendo, why you gotta do this? Why you gotta just do the cheapest thing? Nebrascon. Ooh, okay. I might reach out. But yeah, that would be a lot of fun, because I've not come to anyone like this. That would be a fun adventure, I will say. Pokemon ZA news. So, back when Pokemon ZA came out, but, what was I saying? When Pokemon ZA came out, the reviews were in where, so you're in Lumio City, and it turned out that the map is really small, very low detail. It was optimized so it could run well on the Switch 1. Great. But then you go into a shop, you didn't even have shop interiors, and it was like just this one main map with a few smaller maps that it didn't succeed with the immersion of the city. And the combat, which was a lot of grindy stuff, just kind of went, a lot of people were not feeling it. And then the $30 DLC on top of that, which it's just like, oh, for fuck's sake, you're charging $100 for a Pokemon game. No voice acting, so few internal spaces beyond the main map. The combat, all right, they changed it up a little bit, but it was, from what I heard, not very balanced. So I thought, I think I want to check out Pal World. Plus, Nintendo trying to use its lawyers to terrorize Pal World, because they go, okay, we see you as competition, so we're going to file these we're going to file these awful patents that should have never been approved, that are basically trying to patent certain game mechanics just to prevent, and they were so broad, like having an animal companion you could summon that could allow you to fly, which game patents, it's an interesting discussion, but there's some bullshit that's happened over the years. Guru Larry actually did an awesome video, which he talked about some things like this, like how back in the CD games, you had loading screens, and Namco came up with the idea that they would throw in an old arcade game during this loading screen, so you could play Galaga or something like that. But they patented it, so no one else could use their idea for loading screens. Answer the question. So, the voice actor I sound like, he's voiced in a heck ton of stuff. He's done a lot of video games, mobile games, Nobunaga's Ambition Taishi, let's see, Immortal Diaries, which was a dating sim. He had done Gai, where you get all sorts of men, let's say. He did a bunch of anime. So there was My Hero Academia, there was One Piece, including the One Piece movie, Ai no Kusabi, he voiced in years ago. He had done some work for a few different YouTubers,
including a certain sweet boy that you might recognize the sound of.
But so he did that. Also worked with Rainimator as a few different characters. He's working on an indie animation right now called Farfetched, which is basically Supernatural Scooby-Doo with an adorable little sparkle dog named Kira. What else has he done? A heck ton of mobile games. I know Farfetch mentioned, and now I had a chance to take over for him and join the Farfetched crew as the voice of Drain.
The hottest EDM artist this side of Valeport. Come on, check out my stuff. You'll be throwing your panties on the stage all night long, and I'm totally better than Sakamoid.
Nostra and Lance mentioned. Do I have a favorite horror movie? So, I'm not one. So, before the conversation gets too far, make sure I don't miss anything. Main thing with Palworld, mentions of AI use, but it was never publicly stated to what extent it was fair. Yeah, because I heard that as well, but it seems like... I don't know what they use in terms of generative AI assets. And it doesn't seem to be major. It's a whole mess of stuff right now. Like, Claire Obscure got a lot of guff after they revealed that generative AI dev art was used. And dev art, for anyone who doesn't know, is placeholder assets that are just made so, the developers, when they're working on Collision, they're working on a level. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Azrael. When they're working out how to design a level, they just throw in some quick artwork and then figure out the details later on. So Claire Obscure actually lost a bunch of awards because they revealed that they used generative AI for these placeholder assets. Now, this wasn't like Activision, where they pumped out their modern shooty man title. I think they're, what is it, Call of Warfare? I don't care. And they actually tried to pull some bullshit with releasing these assets in the final product. So people are playing the game and suddenly they go, wait, here's this weird poster that's got that awful piss yellow Studio Ghibli look. Black Ops 7, thank you. The Call of Duty, I think it was. But so...
Welcome, dreamer.
And come on in, Elena. Welcome. Before I get sidetracked, I know I'm bouncing around right now. Catalyst, may you have a beautiful night. May you have wonderful dreams, and may every dream that enters your mind palace be so vivid that you can hold a part of it dear to you and carry it to the hours of the waking. Until we meet again, good night. Bouncing on a crazy style. Oh my God, Mark, shame on you. Can't believe you. But that's the thing, like, Activision is one of the worst in terms of the exploitative crap that they get into with game development. And they've been infamous for just buying up smaller development studios, terrible working conditions, now putting cheap generative AI shit in their final games, and they're like, oops, sorry, didn't mean to do that, it was totally an accident. Yeah, bullshit. No, totally bullshit. But they wanted to see if they could get away with it. And the worst thing about it is, so Steam has an AI disclosure policy where all developers are supposed to disclose, have they used anything AI generated in this game? Now you get into a weird case like Clair Obscur where dev art is a placeholder. And even back before generative AI was just developed to make shit, to make shit to cut out artists, I knew of someone who was developing a game, and they generated textures, but they deliberately did it because at the time, this was GPT-2, it made weird textures that looked wrong and captured a certain aesthetic that it was to make things that they're warped and bizarre and all of this strange world. And you go, okay, here was an interesting use case of it. But that might... But now it's the sort of thing, again, where you see actual assets like that. Well, and that's another thing. So Gamma Churchill, you bring up a good point, where I was trying to think of how best to do that, because given there are a lot of devs where some things like trees, basic starter assets, they might get things and just go, all right, it is easier, especially if they're a really small dev, where they might get things that purchase it on the Unity store, they've got a license to use it, and they throw in some assets like that, but develop up, original characters, they develop up the world and pathing, all the story around that. And so it's an interesting tool, especially for indie developers. And then, of course, you have your asset flips, where people just buy up a bunch of assets, slap a game together, release it on Steam, and call it a day. The game development equivalent of AI slop. But dev art's an interesting one, because, a dev art really comes down to you're throwing in just something to get the shape. Kupasklo, it's 6:44 for you right now. AM or PM? Because I was going to say, I'm not sure, what is Hawaii's time zone? Look, I was going to say, probably that's Central Europe time, but 6:44 for you right now. But do I do gaming? I do. I get distracted a lot, so I haven't actually done a game last stream or this one yet, but I think I'm going to pull one out in a little bit. I haven't fully decided what to do, because, I'm kind of bouncing around with ideas. In the past, we've done some Mario Kart streams, and might change things up. Oh, I don't. Yes, I have the dragon equivalent of ADHD, where my mind just bounces around and my focus is shot. At least it's executive dysfunction, not erectile dysfunction. I'm sorry, what? Someone call Arnold Schwarzenegger. I know, you got Sarah Connor. Stayed up all night. I'm sorry, what? I didn't say anything. Mar, what you getting at? What you getting at? You think you heard something? It's a lie. Nothing in there. You didn't hear anything. Distractions are good. Now, given the ADHD thing, for anyone who's ever experienced that, whether officially diagnosed or suspected just highly suspected, where your mind will just focus on 9 million different things. And you really have to... Well, at least I get to be a good Dirk. Y'all just slapping the collar. Man, I'm glad I got a nice collar. I got a cute collar.
Good boy.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Diagnosed and unmedicated, because there's also other things where ADHD, there's been some discussions. Stretch my knottail. We'll do that in a second. There have been some discussions which look at ADHD potentially not as its own thing, but as a comorbid thing. So it might be the cause of some other things that cause the scatterbrain nature of it. But yeah, did no such thing. She says, I can see the log where you slapped that collar on me. Now making an old-fashioned while having pulled pork sandwiches. Oh. Me gusta. That is a nice combo. That is a very, very nice combo. Especially, barbecue sauce, pork barbecue sauce. Oh. Yes, please bring some of that next time you turn the Zetaplex. And again, Marine, drift away. Never worry. As long as you have beautiful dreams, that's what matters. Just let your mind wander. Just see all of your cookies. Just count them. So yeah, Leslie, as I said, I do some games. I just haven't done them in the last stream or this one yet. Before I forget, I should actually stretch, make sure that... Loosen up now. Might toss me the recipe? Well, shucks, I certainly would not mind that. Drop that in the Zettaplex sometime. Barbecue sauce, and old fashioned being such a classic drink. Thank you for the Christmas gift. You're welcome. I was gonna say Cookie Dirg. What I was referring to was Cookie Run Kingdom for Marine. I know she's got her favorites, but didn't slap the collar. It appeared magically. Naya, yes, Mihai, telling lies. Can't believe you. I can't believe you. Y'all shameless. Oh! Why, thank you, Azrael. Merry Christmas. Here, have a concussion. Ow. I've been thinking about even adding in some jewels sometime soon. I know, Cookie Run mentioned. Had to ask again because you did not hear if you were wondering. So, yeah, I did see because you had asked a few minutes ago, and I thought, but I know my mind is also just bouncing around. So, yeah, I've done, I'm all over the place. Like, I enjoy playing a lot of things. Sorry. You totes don't have a favorite in Cookie Run Kingdom. Shadow Milk Cookie. I'm sorry, what did I say? That's a weird sneeze I made. Speaking of old fashions. So, normally I don't talk too much about my dream juice, but tonight it made up a Sazerac. And such a wonderful flavor combination. So for any one of y'all who enjoys an old fashioned, a Sazerac is a wonderful, wonderful drink. Naya-chan, don't make me pull up my activity feed on the stream. You liking the Jester character? No. In fact, I was gonna say, when are you gonna be debuting a VTuber or your Jester? I mean, you are the Space Jester, after all. When is the Dream Dragon gonna make you a drink? Well, step into my world, get comfy. And I can serve up anything. After all, I've got the bar right off to the side here. So, I can always just... Y'all probably don't see it too much, but if I scoot that out of the way, anything you could ever want is right back there. Do I like agua con gas? It really depends on the mood. Normally I like still, but carbonated water, sparkling water can be a nice change. And it really all just depends on the mood. So that is... I'm trying to think. Because normally still, because I do drink a lot of water. I am very thirsty. Gotta stay hydrated. It's good for your scales, Otherwise, you will start breaking up. Oh, wait, an AI ad. Ew, no bullshit. Get that out of here. Oh my God, no, I'm sorry for that. That is awful. Ew. Twitch. I don't know what to say about that. Hopefully whatever company it is goes bankrupt very soon. Gross. But don't worry, you'll be here whenever you get back. The angry emote, you really... Oh, I see it. You like seeing me when I put on my angry face when I just get all pissed off? Just like the intenseness of it. Whoa! Hello, Lion. Thank you for gifting a sub. I need to figure out what I always say. I said hey! I need to fix that. What's going on? Thank you for gifting that, though. Broski making it rain. Merry Christmas, by the way, Lion. I hope you're doing well, my friend. I know. AI adds such bullshit. A progressive... Ew. Yeah. Whoa! Thank you, Azrael. Bite you? Bite you? I mean, I did already give you uppies, so it'd have to be next time. AI ad for G2A? Ew. No, don't do that. That's bullshit. Gross. Gross. Oh, thank you for that, Badleys. Just no. None of this shit. We don't want... Oh my god. Mar, you're like... I was referencing this the other day, but you're like the gif of the guy running along. He's prancing along the beach. And it's just like, tee-hee, tee-hee, tee-hee. Oh no, the monster's chasing me. Tee-hee, tee-hee. Oh no, I hope he doesn't catch me. Tee-hee, tee-hee. Oh, I'm in such danger. Oh, I tripped over my own virgin innocence. Oh no, he's getting so close. Oh no, don't fall on me. Oh, that would be so terrible to pin me down. Oh, you big brute. Oh my god. I'm mashing up like 9 different things for that. Again. Y'all wait for the moment of that. And by the way, hello, pets. Come on in. Make yourself comfortable. And hello, Ninja. Welcome back. I swear, y'all are waiting the moment you get the collar redeem. I've lost count how many collar redeems have we gotten tonight. Let me just even see how many collar redeems we've got in general. Let's see, manage request. Manage request. Y'all just like seeing me a collar. Am I gonna have to make the collar permanent? Golly, I know Jay's visiting his demon family right now. So I'm looking at this just going, there is 35 redeems. Y'all are unhinged. We've had 35 redeems since I gave y'all that. Need the collar with the leash? Oh, don't worry. Don't worry. There will be advancements. Gotta figure out how to program some things, but... Tee-hee. So... I'll say, Leslie, that's a good question. I go in with a certain Papa. Papa Creed. Speaking of which, it sounds like they were the new Farfetch'd ad that they were having for Christmas. Sounds like they were almost teasing a little something to go, aha. I won't say anything beyond that, though. I won't say anything beyond that. What's the name of that anime and where can I watch? So here's the funny thing. So that GIF is one of those just famous internet. It's just a famous internet meme, but also that line is something that I heard in a cosplay skit, which it was referred to as the tentacle hentai skit. And it is exactly what it sounds like, and it went off the rails. It is an old skit. It was done, 2009, I think, 2008 or 2009. But you got Miko from La Blue Girl, a hentai anime, and she's on this quest of, having to do stuff. And it how do I even describe it? It just went so far off the rails. One of these days I might have to pull it up just so you all can watch it. It's actually it's Twitch friendly, despite being the tentacle hentai skit. God, how did I even get on the subject of that? But there's one particular line where you just see her go, "Oh, I tripped over my own virgin innocence." And Japan, anime. Anyway, before I get myself in too much trouble, Blue Rose, may you have a wonderful night. May you have sweet dreams, and may you have such beautiful memories that you can hold them close to your heart and carry them into the hours of the waking. Until we meet again, good night. And thank you, Ivory. Come on in. I know. Finally time to show you what I actually am. I know some of you all had seen me as a .exe, coming to you live through the internet, trying to reach out. But, surprise, this is what I am. Hope it's well, I was gonna say I think it's to your expectations if you love the new look. And hello, Morpho. Merry Christmas. Come on in. Make yourself comfortable. How you be tonight? How you be? Naughty. There's gonna be a quiz afterward. Tell me the colors of everything. Red. Don't ask me the colors of anything. Red. Scandalous. Y'all treat me like a slutty male VTuber. But come on in, make yourself comfy. Hopefully you've had a nice Christmas Eve. Purple. Oh my, what are you focusing on, Azrael? I'm just here to entertain you and just lead you through this world for whatever dreams it is that you crave. Hopefully. What do I want to say to that? Hopefully Thank you. So, a fun thing about the Zettaplex, it is, as the kind of space that it is, world of my own creation, you could travel for forever and never fully explore the place. And it can manifest as exactly what you want, whatever room you step into. From the main hall to here, the lounge. I enjoy spending a lot of time in the lounge personally. You know, just make yourself something to kick back and enjoy a drink. Hear the sounds of flowing water. I realize that doesn't come through, so I'll have to work on that. But let me step out of the way for a second. Yeah, so you can check out some of the work that was done. And the artist I worked with when we were envisioning this place, he did some beautiful work. And yeah, I highly recommend him. So I got his info down in the credits on the Twitch side, so check that out. Anyone that I've worked with, I make sure to credit, so check out that stuff. Marine did our emotes. All of a sudden I was forgetting his name. Again with the oh my god. Oh my god. Y'all shameless. Am I friends with Hatsune Miku? I'd like to hope so. I'd like to hope that Hatsune Miku and I would get along. If she ever showed up here and just be like, bop, beep, bop, beep, bop, bop, beep, bop, bop, beep, bop, beep, bop, bop, beep, bop, yee! I'm complaining, but I enjoy it. Shut up. You know, you're complaining, but you're enjoying it. Well, shut up, Mark. Why? Because shut up. To jam or game? That is the question. Good question. Oh, speaking of which, that reminds me. I know, Leslie, you had one question about what games I like. It really depends. I like stuff that's got a vibe to it. So usually the soundtrack is the way to win me over with a game. And things like a lot of my music is from Hydelic. Whether Rez, whether Tetris Effect, might pull in some from Luminous at some point. You may have 15 Hatsune Mikus. Well, they're all canon. So obsessed with her music. I mean, Hatsune Miku is iconic. To think she's, like 15 or 16 years old now? Oh, like DJ Music Man! If I don't, yeah, and that's the thing, is I like a lot of things that are audio-visual experiences. And so Tetris Effect, the entire game is responsive to the gameplay. So it's rhythmic, you have all sorts of visuals that they're hypnotizing. And I know when we were playing...
Welcome, dreamer.
And thank you, Diggy Graves. Welcome in. Make yourself comfortable. What was I saying about that? Ah, yes. So when we were playing Unbeatable, how it's a rhythm game. And the rhythm combat is a lot of fun. I want to play some more of that because I did enjoy Chapter 1 of it. And the writing's hilarious. Howdy! Come on in! Or even, howdy! Like a certain sweet boy that a voice actor that I sound like voices. But I know I enjoy things again that are immersive, and a lot of weird RPGs. So your Toby Fox style of RPG, where the story is good, the music is gorgeous, wonderful. Undertale is one of the, and now Deltarune, some of the strongest soundtracks of any video game I played. Shapes and colors of which I've never seen the likes. What? I feel like that's a reference to something, Nikki. What am I missing? What am I missing? Shapes and colors of which I've never seen the likes. Still guarding the crystals by the pools. I know, I've got crystals all over the place. All memories. All things I've collected along the way. Crystalline memories. I know, I heard about the ARG in the Undertale Deltarune newsletter. BoJack Horseman. Oh man, there's some depression right there. Oof. Have 4 questions about me. Well, I might be able to think up some answers for that voice actor I sound like, but there are some things that I might not be able to answer on his behalf. Fair warning ahead of time. But, yeah. So what are we talking about with games? A lot of platformers. So that's another thing. Just platformers are a lot of fun. Do you wear wigs? Have you worn wigs? This feels like the George Wendt eating beans sketch of Animaniacs. Do you like beans? Do you like George Wendt? Have you ever considered eating beans with George Wendt? Would you like to see George Wendt eating beans? Would you like to eat George Wendt with beans? You hear voices saying in your head, the council. Understand they talk to me. When will you wear wigs? I'm totally lost right now. I am totally lost in that conversation. I don't know what we're talking about, but I'm here for it. Wigs. Oh my. So scant. I will say, this is all natural. It's I figured it was a reference to something, I just couldn't think about what it is. Fireworks, brah, rude. You know, fireworks are fun to watch, but man, they are annoying where people just go crazy with them, and it's just, dude, come on. Some of us are trying to sleep. Some of us want to sleep. Poca vergüenza. Poca vergüenza. Just doing Randy Orton theme song from WWE. Okay.
Masculine soap operas. Wrestling. Manly man gonna win in the ring.
Don't like the booming. That's fair. So that is one thing that does suck, and especially anyone who has any kind of sound sensitivity. Fireworks are not fun, and it really, look, it sucks. And, you know, dogs also who have much higher sensitivities, it's not fun to watch when they're freaking out because they're just hearing these insane, they're just hearing all these sounds around them. It's just so overstimulating, and it spooks them because they don't know what it is. And it's sad because you can try to comfort them, but there's only so much you can do. Maybe put a thunder shirt on them, hold them in an embrace. Question 1. So I will say, unfortunately, I cannot answer that on behalf of the actor that I sound like. Unfortunately, I would not be at liberty to describe that one way or another. I will say, if there are questions about that particular YouTuber, they do not like for some things become public. So I will warn you ahead of time, as there's some things that cannot be said. Yeah. Earmuffs when fireworks happen, yeah. And also, anyone who's got sensory issues just sensory issues in general, whether it's fireworks, I'll say the worst is low frequencies like thumping sub bass, where it's not even so much the sound, but it's bass that can rumble through surfaces and walls. So it's not the problem that you hear it, it's the problem that you feel it. And it's a maddening thing because there is almost no way to escape that unless you have the luxury of a very well-treated space, an anechoic chamber or something like that. Question, in animal form, would I be closer to a chimera or a tianlong? That's actually a really good question. So I would probably be... I'm actually gonna say I don't think either. I would be closer. Depending on how dragon we're going, I would say closer to one of the biped adult dragons in Spyro the Dragon. That, I think, is a good point of reference for how I would look if I were a full dragon. How would I look? I'm gonna have to think about that, because I don't... Well, at least y'all haven't seen me in a full dragon form. So that would be my thought. Because now, I haven't manifested wings. So technically, someone probably call me a drake as opposed to a dragon. But, it's like,
Well, actually, pushes out glasses.
But probably chimera. I think that is more that would be more my aesthetic. Or traditional Western dragon. I think that's most fitting.
Of course, if I was a dragon from New Jersey, I'm a wyvern because I look like the Jersey Devil.
Just like Teto, your beloved. Ah, yes. Teto, she represents every content creator having their existential dread and breakdowns. So. Yeah, I know. Diamond's gone to bed by now, but he, I know, would love to chime in with Teto. The Jersey Mihai. If from my dream world... Well, no, flip that. If all of a sudden my dream world was in the Pine Barrens, which you never know what you're going to find there. You could drive up Indian Run Road and just not see a soul for miles, and you don't know what awaits you. There's such an interesting, darkly gothic feel in New Jersey with the abyss that is the Pine Barrens, because while there is wildlife, it's such a desolate place in terms of human civilization that you can just disappear, and it's such, in some ways, can also be a liminal space, because it's just flatlands and pines as far as the eye can see, and sand on the ground. So just massive expanses of this, and mostly country roads, because there's not a lot of big towns in the Pine Barrens. It is a protected area nowadays, so there's really not much development. You would go to the Pine Barrens if I was there? Well, shucks. Alright. I might have to visit and be the Jersey Devil one of these days. Suddenly have the thought of seeing me dressed up as a cowboy. Save a horse, ride a dragon. If that ain't the truth, then God's a possum. All of a sudden, just pop in and just, well, welcome. Welcome to the Zettaplex. Just kick your boots off, make yourself comfy. You're welcome here anytime. Here, even got some brisket on the bar for you. Nice way to spend Christmas, if I do say so myself. Sexy version of a cowboy. Well, as I said, save a horse, ride a dragon. I'm here to entertain you along the way. So whatever it is that you feel, whatever it is that bring you joy, I'm here for it. Yes, sir. Well, shucks. I know I'm even breaking in a little bit of the Dallas accent right there. Ooh, I look forward to seeing that, Morpho. Again, well, shucks. A luscious mane. Because I'm curious to see what choice you go for when I thought, here's what I think. But respecting the creative choices. I'll always say, I don't want to... Hello, RD Music. It's been a minute. Pop, come on in. Make yourself comfy. Ride all the dragons. Oh my god, am I going to have to start ID checking? Am I going to have to move this to Fansly? Hey everyone, let's go on E621 and no. Hello, speaking of dragons, hello Draco Annika, come on in. How are you right now? Merry Christmas. Make yourself comfy. Right now, only Durgs I know. With a harness, right? It's like the Padme meme going, oh, so you ride a dragon with a harness, right? With a harness, right? Oh, so question 2, that one I can answer for that voice actor. He's got a sweet tooth. In fact, one of the reasons why Cookies ended up becoming a Flanders Eyes characteristic was from something in 2020 where that voice actor was very grateful from people in his lives at one point. And his act of gratitude was baking. So he baked hundreds of them to send out as gifts to each person who had left an impact, especially in 2020. That people he worked with on Farfetched, he sent them out. And funny enough, then caused Drain, his character there, to enjoy baking. So fun little quirk that was added in. And then that Sweet Boy. It was something that was a character quirk he thought of. Because, pizza's not native to Minecraft. So especially if you're not in this custom world, trying to find something that's a little quirky that you can add in as a defining characteristic. So I know that voice actor's got a sweet tooth. And he definitely enjoys cookies, but also cake and sweets of all varieties. Sadly, that Sweet Boy ended up getting very Flanders-ized where it became a one-note. It became a one-note gag. But I won't talk too much more about that. Orange is the color he was given. So, that's what I can say about that. My favorite color is purple. I love everything of your classic synthwave sunsets. Purple, cyan, magenta, and why he purple? I do like orange, but I like orange as a detail color. So, I know I got some orange on my tail. The underside of my tail, you just see the thing wagging around, you will see some orange. But orange is an interesting color. It's definitely one that's grown on me. I like most colors, as does that voice actor I sound like. The only color, and he and I share this both, yellow and off-white. And those are the two colors that I know he and I both hate. Off-white because it's boring, and yellow because it just has this unpleasant hue. And we're talking like straight up yellow. If we're talking like a golden yellow, then that's a different story. That some of you all had seen the form I had taken when I was coming to you until recently, when I finally opened up the Zetaplex and showed you what I truly was. I had a goldenrod shirt, and it is a nice accent color when you know how to use it, but definitely I like things that you're leaning towards those orange yellows. Because I was even thinking about that. Green is an interesting color, and I love emerald green. But yellow going the other way into chartreuse is... It's a hard color to use. So I'm kind of meh about that one. So really, that Sweet Boy's hair is more like a salmon pink. But yeah, his is salmon pink. But, it's funny having bright colors like that. And good night, Ivory. May you have a wonderful Christmas. Oh, Mar, bringing that back up. I know. I put on a bit of a show in that. You're welcome, by the way. Mine's more of a copper. Mine is definitely, it depends on what light it's in, but I would say, I would say definitely leaning more copper. But I know it is vivid, and it takes on different hues depending on what the lighting is. And plus, I do have some gradients in there. I get that from my VTuber mama. Stretch, red, and that's that. So again, and you even see, I'll give you guys a little closer look. Step in. So as you can see, I've got gradients in there. So there's more orange, there's more red orange. I mean, I'm a redhead, so what you see is what you get. And got a few. The way my hair grows is it takes on a little bit of that bluish hint when it gets to a certain layer. I look like a gaming computer when I walk around. I've got so many different colors. It's just like, you know what? Embrace it. But so yeah, you can see some of my darker colors. You can see some of the blues that are in there. It's actually more of a cyan, I'd say. And then also some of the bright copper orange that I've got in some of my highlights. But yeah, definitely red orange. That's my main hair color. My main hair color. Hey. I should probably, and yeah, so the Sweet Boy, his originally is salmon. And now it's kind of a weird in-between color. So salmon is the easiest way to describe it, but there's some media which has made it more orange. And that's just kind of some variation. He was stuck with the color orange, since while his main color was purple in the series he came from. Only one character is allowed to have purple. You can probably guess who that is. Anyway, good chance to stretch. Thank you for the reminder. It's always good to take a deep breath and loosen up. Some of y'all like to hear me when I stretch, I've noticed. You're like, clip that, get that. Why would I just exhale? And orange is such an interesting color. It's one that it's grown on me over the years. There's certainly ways to use it because it is a very bright color. And I think it's another one where it works well as a detail color. But I've grown to like orange. Thank you. I've grown to need 20-hour audio. Oh my God, is that just gonna be my first ASMR where it's just you hear me breathing and exhaling as I stretch? I might have to write that down. Let's see, grab a little. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah. Sorry, distracted. ADHD moments. But yeah, so orange is an interesting color, and I definitely love it. So those magical colors that go so well together. You have. So I can say this for the voice actor I sound like. He's much more, he's a canine guy. So for him, he loves dogs, foxes, wolves, even coyotes. He's not so much, the Sweet Boy is a farm boy, and that's how he was characterized. But his voice actor is certainly much more canine focused with what animals he really just appreciates and likes to be around. And also, I mean, his voice actor wasn't a farm boy, so definitely didn't have as much exposure. If anything, if there's wild animals that he was Holy Platinum, hello my dude. Merry Christmas. Come on in. Make yourself comfortable. Relax, chill. How you be? You've been playing a lot of all of a sudden I'm trying to think, because it's cross splits, right? again with the color. Oh my god. Oh my god. Y'all are shameless. I can't believe y'all treating me like a slutty male VTuber. Shame on y'all. Shame. I can't believe y'all. But I know for some of the wild animals that his voice actor appreciates, they would be, yeah, I know it is late for you, so please don't stay up too late. Make sure cross-splits. I'd been lurking for a few streams. It's funny, after I finally made sure to, do my little lurk thing so it would show up, suddenly I'm not showing up in the stream avatars anymore. I'm going, I am there a lot of times. I am the world's worst lurker, so any of y'all, if you stream, you might just check your user list and it's just like, what? Mihai? What are you doing here? Why are you here? I just like to listen in. Just chill out. Vibe. Also, how do I pronounce that? Virus 1? Virusone? I think Virus 1. Correct me if I get that wrong, though. I want to make sure I get names right. But, yeah, so that sweet boy, going back to that discussion to wrap it up, he was characterized to like farm animals. I thought it was funny when there was an opportunity that he liked farm animals, but also with a smile on his face, he's like,
And tonight we're making steak. Oh, I just love you, Gertrude. You're just so cute. You're so cute, so you're gonna make such a nice burger.
So you get kind of that dichotomy of the sweet, but also slightly saying something that's just a little unhinged. And it's kind of like, hey, yo, bro, I'm scared. That's adorable and terrifying. So I thought that was always fun when there was an opportunity. And it's like the circle of life kind of thing where you appreciate, and of course always appreciate someone, always appreciate an animal, and if they do become food, then make sure that none of it goes to waste. And ideally, be humane about preparation. So it's kind of interesting, even some cultures, like hearing about how halal slaughter is done, and I think kosher is similar, where there's a way in which they would traditionally relax the animal and do something that was very swift, so it would not leave as traumatic an impact as possible. And some of it, I believe, was done actually for the tenderness of the meat, since the cortisol that'll be released, if I remember correctly, would cause tension in the muscles. But also just as a practice to be as humane as possible. Hello, Alan. So I've not picked a game yet. I'm debating what to jump around to, because I'll probably play something a little bit, maybe after we hit the 2-hour mark. Might take a little break, let y'all go get some drinks, and then figure out what to play. I haven't fully decided. My mind has been very scattered, so we're just enjoying everything. After all, it's the sound of silence night. And I'm happy to answer what I can. Again, there are some things that voice actor cannot answer, because a lot of YouTubers don't want people to know the secrets, what goes on behind the scenes. I won't say too much more beyond that. So, sometimes it's not possible to discuss that in too much detail. But at least that much, especially with personal character questions like that, that's something I know I can channel his mind and answer on his behalf. And Holy Platinum, may you have a wonderful night. May you have sweet dreams, and may you drift into a paradise that is vivid, that is relaxing, and that is so expansive that your mind can explore. And may you find beautiful sights, inspiring visions, and something that you can hold deep and hold close to your heart, to pull into your chest, and carry you back to the hours of the waking. So until you return to the Zetaplex, my friend, good night. That is a fun archetype. The quote unquote the quiet friend, or how else could you say it? The unexpected explosion. That's one thing I think it describes. The sweet bomb, where they'll be the best friend, but you better be nice to them. Otherwise they will snap. So, be nice to people. Be gentle. Don't get into any of that. One thing that's always bothered me about some media is where it's comical bullying, which isn't funny at all, but it's all played as like the, we're gonna have some fun and poke and I'm being mischievous. No, you're being an asshole. It's not endearing to see that and can be very harmful. Unfortunately, where, especially if someone might identify with a certain character, it leaves a very negative impression. Hopefully people who take joy in bullying.
Good boy.
Thank you, Wing Zero. Fruit Yuri. Oh my, what fruits are we talking? I'm gonna say, are we talking like actual fruit, like anthropomorphized fruit? Huh. Are we getting blessed fruit Yuri? Oh my god. Does that mean we have doomed vegetable yaoi then? Is that how that works? Doomed vegetable yaoi and blessed fruit Yuri. Oh my, I feel like we might be able to make an anime here right about now. Good night, Leslie. May you have a wonderful Christmas. Rest well and sweet dreams. Sausage Party. Oh no, let's not talk about Sausage Party. Oh no. That is a movie that exists. I think that's the best way to describe that. Oh my god, that. And hello, Valeria. Come on in. One commercial where the fruits were being freaks? Yes. In fact, I was about to say, speaking of freaky commercials, I know I've shown this on stream before. The Orangina commercial. I think it was 2007 when it was released. The Orangina furry commercial, where it's this massive, sexy party that goes so far off the rails in terms of, I mean, it's just everything except actual sex being shown on French TV. And you see this ad and just how horny it is. And it is hilarious because it catches you off guard because you're just going, oh, okay, that's a thing that's a thing that happened. Oh my god, okay, oh, and they're dancing. That's how the little Sue goes, and all of a sudden an octopus just squeezed oranges right by her bosom. Oh my god, okay, this is, boy, that's certainly a thing. Oh my god, yes, have a good Christmas, Valeria. Get some rest. Yeah, the Orangina commercials, there's an entire series of them. And the dance party is the most iconic one. But there's all of these ones that just... There's no more appropriate word to describe them other than horny. Which I think just sums up French media in general. Oh boy. Seriously, I'm like, is there a more... you know what, the stream, I've marked it 18 plus stream, so, you know. ID check! Great, now I'm horny. You're welcome! SpongeBob, the SpongeBob meme now. Great, now I'm horny! You're welcome. But... I don't even know where to go with that. Just the Orangina commercials. Ah, the French. Champagne. Actually, he's a British guy. Ah, the French. Champagne. Oh my god. Well, back on we go with the collar. I swear. It's like, you do this every time. It's like, this is my bonk. You throw the collar on me. Well, oh, y'all having too much fun with that. I can't believe y'all. Still treat me like I'm a slutty male VTuber. Shame on y'all. I guess I just end up more French every time that you throw it on me. So, liquid cooled redeem, that does sound like a nice plan. Give me a moment. Oh no, breaking out the chancla. La chancla is something to be feared. La chancla has search and destroy built in. Every chancla. Now, I'm not sure, I was going to say, as I understood it to be a primarily Mexican thing, but any of y'all who have experience, correct me if it transcends other parts of Latin America, where it's just, you fear the chancla. It fills you with terror when you just hear it being taken off and you just go, oh no, mi madre, it is time, muerte. Boom. Big fear. Immense fear when you hear. In fact, I don't even remember what it was. There was some gag where it was actual search and destroy, and just you see the chancla manage to spin around and perfectly hit the target like 100 feet away. Hit by a stun gun. Ow. That ow. What were you doing that your mother hit you with a stun gun? If I may ask, of course. Never dodge, block, or catch it. Yeah, seriously, that's the sort of thing, is that seen as insubordination, and you're really gonna feel holy hell if you intercept the chancla. Oh no, wooden spoons! Oh dear. Golly, you were talking shit. Yeah, it's a little bit much.
Welcome, dreamer.
And welcome in, Ghost. Thank you very much for the follow. You're coming in as we're all discussing corporeal punishment right now. All the things where people, their parents would just be like, all right, you've acted up. You're going to regret your life right now. Cinelas. Yep. It's funny how you get things like that, how the Philippines being tied into what also led to a lot of Latin American what led to some Latin American culture. So there you go, you get cinelas in the Philippines. A switch that you had to pick up. Oh no! Oh no! Track down her taser and hide it. Oh no! Oh my god! Be safe, y'all. just warn your mothers in case any of y'all ever end up with a pacemaker. Or the belt, or the metal part of the fly swatter. Oof, golly. I knew someone from a different generation. It was the pipe of a vacuum cleaner. And we're talking an old school vacuum cleaner where it was metal. And yeah, like being forced to pick a switch. That's the worst thing, where it's just, all right, you choose your punishment. Ouch. Ow. There's actually this funny YouTube video where a guy was holding onto his cell phone and some monster was holding a taser. He zapped his leg and all of a sudden his phone had full charge. Nice. Your aunt put hot sauce. Oh no! Hot sauce in your mouth? Oh dear. That's oh dear. Now I'm almost scared to ask, like, what degree of hot sauce? Because I imagine it's something spicier than Valentina. But now you got me scared. You want to eat the souls of the unborn. Eggs. Well, we're happy to provide all the eggs. In this economy, they are a precious currency. So, come on in. We'll have all the eggs for you. It'll be like pink flamingos. All the eggs you could ever want in a John Waters film. Now that's a weird reference for some of y'all. The stick broom is more painful. Talking about the single piece of thin stick from the broom. Ow, yeah. Yeah, ouch. You chugged an entire bottle of Da Bomb hot sauce, my dude. My brother. Ouch. Ouch. By the way, your dog says loaf. Aw, cute little puppy. Give the puppy pets. Tabasco. Okay, fair enough. So, you got some pepperiness. That's not going to be fun on a kid's tongue. Your dad's fling made you sit and write 100 pages. Oh, that is... What in the Catholic school kind of punishment is that? Yeah, I've heard about Da Bomb hot sauce. And now, $800 is certainly a nice little thing for doing a dare. How much pain, how many hours did it take to recover from that pain? Because, oh my, yikes. Just yikes. That just is... I was gonna say, hopefully you were able to get your hands on some milk afterward, or at least some yogurt. Something with dairy to cool that heat. Because that is intense. Yikes. So, I'll say in this world, I like a little spice, but I'm certainly not one to go downing 100,000 Scoville hot sauce. That is pain. That will just, you take, it's the stuff that even 1 or 2 dabs of it, and you're breathing almost literal fire. It is just, Yikes. Big yikes, bro. Forget to close your sliding door, letting several mosquitoes in. Oh, that's just, that's a punishment in itself, because mosquitoes are just little hell spawn. And those terrible little things where if you're the kind of person that you get welts from mosquito bites and you're tormented by the itching for 2 weeks, it sucks. Balance books on your head when you can. Okay, well, I mean, that's an interesting punishment. Sit down, sorting the rice by color. Oh my. That's kind of funny where it backfires. It's just like, all right, you see, this would be punishment to have to sort rice by color. And I'm curious as to if we're talking white rice and brown rice, which you have to go just grain by grain, or if you're having to actually sort different levels of white rice. But when you're like, I have the power of autism and anime on my side, I can take this on. That is funny. Mosquitoes are awful. Seriously. It was wild. Okay. So definitely some variation in there. That's a creative punishment. It's a little punishment nonetheless, but Doya Bayonetta. Oh, Bayonetta mentioned. Do another hot sauce chug. Please be careful. Oh my god. I was trying to think. I've heard there is a point where you can have so many Scovilles it can become very harmful. Just be careful. Keep some milk handy afterward. Keep some milk, some cream, whatever it is. Just yikes. Because I think even hot ones, isn't Da Bomb the second hottest of the bunch, if I remember correctly? I think I remember that being up at, it's close to the top of the list in terms of suffering levels of Scovilles. Milk makes spice worse. Oh no. I mean, it's fun to breathe, but okay, I will give you an example. So I don't breathe fire, but I breathe a diamond dust that just takes on every color you can imagine. Almost like sleepy sand. Just like little crystals that can just conjure up an image. And honestly, it's kind of nicer because, I feel like fire, there'd be a risk I might scorch something that I don't want to scorch. And, it would kind of suck to be a dragon without eyebrows, No one can trust a guy without eyebrows. Want to watch you summon the owl? You know which one? I was wondering about that because when you said owl, all of a sudden I'm thinking of Hootie from the Owl House. And she's like, Hoot, Hoot! I've been summoned into the real world right now! Who wants to hear a story? Not now, Hootie. Oh. Hello, Daria. Come on in. Get comfy. We're vibing right now and talking painful levels of spice. The ghost pepper made a new danger variant. Again, that's... Yeah, okay, I was going to say mosquitoes are awful. Mosquitoes, because they can carry such nasty diseases, malaria, dengue fever, they're a hellspawn. So anything that can be done to get rid of them, just get rid of the bastards. So I've heard of I think I've heard of ghost pepper cheese. And there's definitely some interesting stuff. Now, I'll say, in terms of spices, I like, depending on the mood, I will say either some habanero or some poblano can definitely give a nice kick. But I think that's a comfortable level, especially if prepared fresh. So if you've ever had like a poblano red sauce, I've manifested some based on some things I've heard in the waking world.
Good.
Thank you. Thanks, fam. But, what is it? Yeah, it has a delicious... I'm even trying to think of the taste to it because it's not pure heat. There's something savory to it. But it gives a kick, and so you could end up coughing if you inhale it incorrectly. And no, if you're talking Pepper X, 2.7 million Scovilles. Oh my god, that... Ow! Just, bro, ow. Ow. How long are you gonna last in the bathroom? I mean, you're gonna feel your innards just in pain. Yikes. I told this to my manager once, got shoved into a closet to organize it. That reminds me, I heard of a school in the waking world, that there is a school district up in New York where they actually have isolation boxes that they use to punish students. And I look at this and go, either one, if the acoustics are nice, this kid's gonna grow up to be a voice actor, or two, what in the Miss Trunchbull choky bullshit is that? You are going to terrorize children and traumatize them. Do not be a Miss Trunchbull in school. Have an iron gut. Oh my god. I mean, that's certainly intense that you can handle that. Yeah, Miss Trunchbull being the shorthand and hello, Dexter, come on in. Make yourself comfy. Hopefully you're having a nice and not too hot Christmas down under. Bliorhe Paradis. I apologize, I do not know how to read that. What language is that? I think that's a language. Your mind would race and you'd need to move around. Now, I will say, the sound of silence can be a very beautiful thing. Like, I enjoy absolute silence. You could put me in an anechoic chamber. In fact, I've got one here in the Zetaplex. And the absolute, there's almost a heaviness. Okay, so it's a Bayonetta sum. Now, there's actually a game I've been meaning to play with y'all. Playing Bayonetta. Because I love myself some Bayonetta. I mean, she is an absolute queen. She's also on my list of I simp. You hear the sound of silence, indeed you do. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again. Because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound
of silence. In restless dreams I walked alone, narrow streets of cobblestone, 'neath the halo of a street lamp. I turned my collar to the cold and damp, when my eyes were stabbed by the flash of a neon light that split the night and touched the sound of silence. Oh, I love Disturbed's rendition of the sound of silence. It's so haunting and yet so powerful with how it builds up. Can you oh my god, suck on them. Golly, that is... Oh no, that's certainly a request. I can at least, give you just a little touch. All right, fair enough. Since you asked nicely. Behave, though, and no teeth. You dig? Where are you, Nikki? Where are you? Come on. I know you've already lost eye contact. Come on, eyes up here. Where are you? I actually can't find you. Where are you, Nikki? That's Azrael. That's Marine. That's Soph. That's Wing Zero. Silver Morrigan. There you are, Nikki. There you go. Be nice. Behave. I can't believe you. Y'all really do just treat me like I'm one of those slutty male VTubers. Shameless. Shameless. Oh, fair enough. Just as long as you're entering a dream. Man, it's amazing. Here I thought I would create a world. Wow! Amazing. Here the artist doing Rule 34. Hashtag Mihai Zetta. You all are shameless. Look all the way up to look in my eyes. I know. All of a sudden you're like, you're Mihai, you're tall. You're tall. Head pets. All right. Off with you. Can't believe y'all. Why does your creature look like the knight from Hollow Knight? So I know Ghost, you can customize how you look. So that might have been what it did create for you as your starter guy. So, change up your look. Build yourself up as you like. Lick. Oh my god. It's like the SpongeBob meme just going... Oh no. All of y'all... I'm gonna have to start charging money. I'm gonna have to start saying, all right, it's $100. It's $1 million admission fee. It's just like Croc going, all right, I'll do it for $1 million. No, Croc's actually much deeper than that. Croc's probably about down here. It's hard to get his vocal timbre, but somewhere around here. See if we can get a body pillow. So I did have body pillow keychains. I actually have a few of them left. God, I can't believe y'all trying to get lost. That's shameless. Shameless. Y'all treat me like I'm a cowboy. Y'all shameless. Y'all shameless. All right, off with you. Picture of your dog being a long but small dog. He ain't a hot dog, but he's a long one. So wait, not a dachshund? Some other kind of long dog. Like part basset hound, maybe? Full-size body pillow. So, that would be a fun thing to do. I'm not going to say no, but I would need to take pre-orders for that. So that's kind of a... Let's see where we go with that. Maltese poodle just happens to be a really long dog. Okay. So I do still have my pillow keychains from when I came to making Lego as a .exe. So, check those out. Got them on Ko-fi. Let me see if I can pull up a Ko-fi link. Actually, the Ko-fi link should be in there. So, if you want, check those out. There's a few left.
So I'm happy to send those out in case any of y'all would like one. But in terms of a full-size body pillow, we'll see. We'll see. Drop you from the top screen? Okay, one more. Normally I do one uppy, but all right, I'll sneak in one more. So, drop. Bonk. Down you go. How far? Hollow Knight. We'll see if I ever become a waifu pillow. Either that or what would be really fun is like a marketable plushie. I see Glitch creating all of the Knights of Guinevere plushies, and you just get Frankie where, you know, she's just like, yo, I'm a marketable plushie. Yay, I have brain damage. Oh no. Dog kidney stones. That's unfortunate. I hope that, hopefully she had an easy recovery. Kidney stones suck. I have heard they are not fun to deal with. Ow. Just ow. I don't have anything else to say to that. I'll let my neck breathe for a bit. But, yeah, so I do have some things on the Ko-fi. The Zetta shop, I should say. So check those out. Since they are last run, doing a little sale for them. But check it out. See if there might be anything you like. And I'll probably be getting some new stickers and other things in the near future. Like, I know Tuxel had done a gorgeous print that I'm looking to share with y'all sometime soon. So I'll be releasing that. And I know, as I do sell a few things on behalf of that voice actor I sound like, I know there was an awesome print of his Sweet Boy that was released. Holding his daggers and looking pretty badass with pizza hanging out of his mouth, because he's a total dork like that. The wonderful artist, why am I forgetting the artist name? What's her name again? I mentioned on the shop, I apologize that my mind is scattered. What is her name right now? I'm embarrassed that I can't remember that. Bekomi. She did a wonderful print of that. And then also there is Salem, who is one of the artists on Farfetch'd, who had done a nice one of Drain from Farfetch'd. So, cool stuff like that. Send a match at the same time, end mate. Running from volatile zombies and dying light. Kidney transplant. Interesting. Well, I'll tell you what. How about... I see, Max, you're about to start getting things dancing. I'm thinking maybe take about 5 minutes for a break, and then we might switch over to a game. Maybe about 5-10 minutes. Sound good for y'all? So, grab a drink, take an aesthetic pee-pee break if you need to. Make sure it's aesthetic. Oh no! Are we getting a mongi here? We getting art in there. Yeah, no. Bekomi is an absolute professional, and as is Salem. They are great to work with. So check out their stuff. Tuxel, I'll show the artwork that's in. You've seen some bits and pieces. Like my banner is part of that print by Tuxel. So, and Tuxel does wonderful work with light particles, which is such an interesting and difficult style because there's, learning art where you add shadows. It's a whole nother challenge to start with darkness and add light. So, check it out. I got links for most people below. If I don't have links because it's not something in the stream, then I've got it on Ko-fi. But yeah, no, everyone who is mentioned, who's done something. Madame Morrible. Oh no, we're bringing up Madame Morrible mentioned. There's a definite chance that if that if you do, there's a definite chance if you do as you could, you'll be making good. Madame Marble is what an awful character, but an excellently executed one, where she is ignorant, she's stupid, she can barely talk, she's only got magic to control the weather, but she knows how to be a manipulative bitch. And the kind of propaganda that she spreads in her rise to power, because of course she's just trying to get in good with a wizard and just, what's the word I'm looking for? Suck her way up society. I think that's a good way of putting it. She's such a well-executed villain and terrible, ignorant, bigoted. You appreciate the terrible villains when they're well done. Create a Discord for me. So I do have a Discord, actually. So it's always welcome. Anyone's welcome to join. It's a good place. As long as you chill, as long as everything's good, you're more than welcome. Got lots of artists who share stuff there. So I know I haven't done, what was I saying about that? My mind is fried. Got back from eating, so probably going to take a break in a few minutes, but also going to switch, maybe break out a game of something. I don't entirely know yet, but we'll be talking and then just a little gaming in there. We won't bite. Well, yeah, but you stab? We won't bite. Oh, that meme lives rent-free in my head. Y'all breaking out the tail. So many tail. Now I'm even curious to check what is the most common emote now. Because I know we went through like 400 tails. Smart detection. Okay, that is allowed. Yeah. I realize that got caught up in the automod, but there we go. Yeah. Why is it automodding Madame Morrible? Twerked. Okay, that might have been what, because it was all of a sudden saying, twerked, what? I don't have too many things to call with automod, so that was interesting. Let's see. So I was curious while we're talking, what is the most common? What have y'all done with the emotes? Well, Wing Zero, have a wonderful rest of the night. May you have beautiful dreams. And may you have a wonderful Christmas, however you're spending it. So, rest well, be well, and may your dreams hopefully not be too spicy. Only a certain number of Scovilles. Otherwise, it could be a little painful. Let's see. Nope, tail's still the top. So I was looking right now, I'm like, okay, so what emotes do we have that are the absolute top? And so, we've got, some emotes haven't been used too much yet. But the top 5. Number 5 is Heart. 173 uses by 25 people. Number 4 is Wheeze. 223 uses by 13 people. Number 3 is our Yippee creature. 236 by 27 people. Yippee Hype, our vibrating one, is 499 by 16 people. Take a guess. How many? I'm just going to give it away. The tail is at the top. Take a guess how many times y'all have been spamming tails. Give me a number. Just throw out a number. What do you think? Insanely weak, hear me out, but Elphaba fell in love with Fiero. Yeah, that's a... Fiero is supposed to be a heartthrob. He is just written to be the love interest. Okay, so Naya-chan, you're saying 1,000. Nikki, you're saying 189. Violet. So I'll give you a little hint. It is, number 2 is 499 So a lot saying, and so number 1 has to be above 499. Any more guesses? 700. Anyone else? Well, and I was even wondering that with Wicked, is that I've heard of some interpretations. I've heard of some different interpretations of just which way Elphaba swings. All right, place your bets. It's in. And our winners for the closest are Dexter, Georgia, and Naya-chan. 1,100. And it's only 1.1K, so I don't have the exact number. But y'all have just been spamming that tail. Oh, golly, that's a heck ton of tail. So much tail. Y'all really like my tail. Oh my god, I can't believe it. I finally reveal my tail and you're just going, tail. Elphaba should... Okay, Dexter, yes, Elphaba had an unloving father who essentially killed her mother, a cheating mother, which... I'm sorry, but I will take a very negative opinion towards anyone, fantasy or real, who cheats. That's a personal note that don't cheat. And if you cheat, you're a disgusting scumbag. But so, cold father, cheating mother, a spoiled rotten sister, who Elphaba has to watch as her sister is doted on the entire time. And she gets sent off. She has Madame Marble who's like, oh, you could be the greatestest in all of Oz and be with the wizard, and I will be next to you with the wizard. Oh, and these awful animal people, she watches as her animal friends, and she respects Dr. Dillerman, who's a brilliant professor. She watches as he loses his, ironically, humanity. And then she actually meets the wizard, and he turns out to be a complete ignorant huckster who's come to this world, who's like, no, we need to make these animals stupid and take all bits of autonomy from them. God forbid they're on an emotionally intelligent level like human beings or munchkins. Also, something on the throne. Thank y'all. Heck, I don't have an alert for that, but thank you, Morpho. I appreciate that. Thank you. All goes into the stream. Gonna be working on some new art sometime soon, so gonna have some other fun stuff. Plus, also a little did nothing. That didn't happen. Okay, I'm sorry. It's a figment of the imagination. I saw nothing. So, I've not seen For Good because to me, Wicked is the musical. And I think there's something that is so compelling and beautiful about how the music is executed. And I'm of the opinion, I love musical theater. And I love animated musicals. Movie musicals, there are some that I feel are done well by it. Hold that thought for a sec. Morpho, may you have a wonderful night. May you have sweet dreams. May your mind be at peace and filled with joy as you drift away into a dream world and wake up to a day of beauty, of happiness, of contentment, and experiences with others to share. And until you return to the Zettaplex, good night. We'll post a whip. Yeah, that is fair. I mean, the Zettaplex aligns with your time zone, so I feel you. Get some rest. Thank you for staying up. So I've not seen the originals. I've not seen the original one in For Good. And to be honest, I don't really care about the movie much because it's just, also I realized, I'm sorry I was giving you an angry face when I was doing that. Oh man, my face got stuck for a second. But I've heard about the original For Good song, but I've also heard some critiques like how they changed No One Mourns the Wicked. And the problem with how they changed it is they changed up the chord structure, which one of the things that's really striking about the musical and Stephen Schwartz's instrumentation is you have this dissonant, chaotic, malicious sound to it, that you have the Munchkins just this good news, she's dead. The Witch of the West is dead. The wickedest witch there ever was. The enemy of all of us here in Oz is dead. Good news, good news. And it's just so punchy and dissonant, and you immediately are questioning, the Wicked Witch is supposed to be the bad guy, right? Right? But you've got this angry mob celebrating her death. And then you get Glinda coming in, and it throws you for a loop, because it's funny. So that voice actor I sound like in Kovacs, they have very similar vocal types. It's kind of... Both of them have gotten mistaken for each other at different points. But the thing about Wicked, as I was saying, is immediately when you're getting smacked in the face with this, it's intense. It's something that you're in this chaos, and how they changed it to be a major chord, to be a much gentler thing where the Munchkins, they're happy, they're celebrating, but it loses the impact where you go, hold up. Wicked flips the story of the Wizard of Oz on its head. And it adds an interesting dimension where you go, who is the good guy? Who are the good guys? And you get Glinda's awkward introduction where, her entire thing is keeping the peace. And you have her singing, which it's so melancholic. I know, the goodness note is Galinda. Once upon a lifetime ago. I was trying to remember. God, because I love Glinda's part where she comes in. Let us be glad, let us be grateful, let us rejoicify that goodness could subdue the wicked workings of you know who. Isn't it nice to know that good will conquer evil, the truth we all believe, oh, by and by. Outlive a lie for you, and no one mourns the wicked, no one cries they won't return, no one lays a lily on their grave. The good man scorns the wicked, through their lives our children learn what we miss when we misbehave. And goodness knows the wicked's lives are lonely. Goodness knows the wicked die alone. It just shows when you're wicked, you're left only on your own. I love Stephen Schwartz's music for that show. How many swords are too many? Okay, Carol Holiday. I think if you don't have a place to aesthetically display them, that's when you get into too many. I think so. Despite the Zettaplex being quite infinite, I could be a little bit of a minimalist. and like to enjoy and appreciate the shapes of things. So I would say, I think rather than a bunch of swords, I'd be someone to go 1, maybe 2. But there's a specific point to these 2 swords. But if you enjoy collecting, again, if there's an aesthetic way to display it, whenever it breaks that fine line of collecting and you can keep them aesthetically versus when you don't have a place to put them and they start becoming clutter, that's your sign. So if you go, I don't have a place to put this, that's one too many. A Madame Morrible edit with her flip around, she threw that back. Always comes back to Madame Morrible throwing it back. I love Wicked. There's so much in terms of good music. Leave it 10. Well, Clarity, good night. And may you have beautiful dreams. May tomorrow be a wonderful day for you.
Good boy.
Thank you. Yee. I know. Of course, here I'm always going, oh yeah, well, let's stream a game. And here we are now, almost 3 hours into it. Hold on. What? Okay, hold on. I'm going to catch some extra stamina. Fair enough. And Draco Annika, may you have a beautiful night. May you have wonderful dreams. And may every dream that enters your mind palace be so vivid that you can hold on to it, carry a little pixel of light of it into the waking hours. Until we meet again and you return to the Zetaplex. Good night. So, regrettably, I don't know the song from Honkai Star Rail well enough yet. I believe I've heard it once. I think I actually liked it, if I remember. I think it's the one I've heard from it. But I'm afraid I don't know it well enough to sing. So, definitely a lot of musicals I can pull things from. There's some video game stuff, like the other night, pulling out Eyes on Me from Final Fantasy VIII, which was one of my favorite ballads. So here's the thing, is I can search the lyrics, I don't know the melody. So that's the thing I'd have to learn, because I can read the lyrics for you, but it does take a little practice to learn a song. And I don't want to be sitting here for, 15, 20 minutes listening over and over again until I hear it and can kind of internalize it to perform. So I don't want to deprive y'all of I don't want to just be distracted like that. Finish your fruit, Yuri! So I apologize. It's a thing of, I want to give y'all a good performance. But if there is something that I legitimately don't know at all, I don't want to BS you when I go, I can't deliver the song in anything that is listenable. So that's definitely one to practice. I gotta catch up on some stuff, because there's definitely a lot of songs which I sing, get stuck in my head. I know Paranoid DJ, all the stuff he's done, he was my most listened to artist 2 years in a row. Says something about my psyche that used me up. His original song for Angel Dust from the Has-Been pilot, that was a song that defined a few years of my life. Anyway, what was I saying? Fruit Yuri. Perfect. Citizen Soldier. I feel like I'm familiar with it, but I'm not. I'd have to look that up. Ooh, that's a tough call, Dexter. So, I would say Slay the Princess. If you can only pick one of them, Slay the Princess. 1, good story. 2, I'm familiar with someone who worked magic to make the graphics for that game work. So there's an interesting thing that Slay the Princess was made in Ren'Py, and it's got some graphics magic from a graphics programmer who managed to get shaders that they don't work in Ren'Py. But this graphics programmer, Manuela Malasaña, in case any of Dearly Beloved from Kingdom Hearts. So I was going to say, I don't remember Dearly Beloved having lyrics. But now if we're talking Simple and Clean or Sanctuary, Let's see. Utada Hikaru. Oh, also a good point in its favor. Citizen Soldier is your go-to music when... Fair. Just trying to think. Or Passion. Now there's something to sing. Let's see, can I pull that up? Need to refresh myself on the lyrics, but... Fun one that I've definitely sang in some karaoke here at the Zettaplex. 思い出せば遥か遥か未来はどこまでも輝いてた綺麗な青空の下で僕らは少しだけ怯えていた懐かしい色に窓が染まる Planning a karaoke stream. I may be one of these days. I've certainly got a friend who's done a few of those. You know, it's funny you mention that, Lion, because although there should have been a circumstance where we would have done karaoke together, I don't think we ever did. Huh. Man. That just gets me thinking. But yes, there is so much wonderful music from Kingdom Hearts. And you know, simple and clean, just... When you walk away, you don't hear me say, please, oh baby, don't go. Simple and clean is the way that you're making me feel tonight. It's hard to let it go. Hold me. Whatever happens in this morning is a little later on. Regardless of warnings, the future doesn't scare me at all. Nothing's like before. So Ghost, I was going to say, here, I'll send the Discord link because it should pop up in chat. So you should have that right there if you'd like to check that out. Maybe we did. I'm trying to think. Just Can't Wait to Be King. That Lion King definitely sounds about right if it was something that we had. That might have been like 2013-ish, maybe? I know that's always been one of my favorites. You know, who doesn't love to just be hammy like Scar? Oh yes. Be prepared. Now there's certainly a song. Just be as fabulous. You get to that. Be prepared for sensational news. A shining new era is tiptoeing nearer. And where to we feature? Just listen to teacher. I know it sounds sordid, but you'll be rewarded when at last I am given my dues. And injustice deliciously squared. Be prepared. Yeah, we'll be prepared. Wait, for what? For the death of the king. Yeah, that's great. Wait, why, is he sick or something? No, you fool, we're going to kill him. And Simba, too. Great idea! Who needs a king? No king, lolly la 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 la. Idiots! There will be a king! Wait, but you said I will be king! Stick with me, and you'll never go hungry again! God, such an excellent song. Shame on Disney as well for also changing up Scar. Scar is an awful, terrible villain. Oh, What do I see right? Oh, blueberry and strawberry. That's a nice flavor combo. Fruit Yuri. I also appreciate, we've got the texture of their fruits in there. Oh, okay. And Stryker in my sights, I know he's been posting some cosplay stuff. So, yeah, once you do pop in, of course, make sure to read the rules, and you'll see the instructions for how to get You'll see the instructions for how to get access to it. But Creative Showcase, that's where everyone can drop anything that you're working on. You're sorry in advance? ¿Por qué? A kid crying because he was gifted a cinder block and a blouse from a classmate. There's something forced Christmas gifts where you're paired up and go, okay, we want everyone to feel special, so everyone has to get a gift, and some asshole just gets a terrible gift like that. So, unfortunately, Ghost, I don't know much in terms of Honkai Star Rail. I've not played Honkai Star Rail. I don't play a lot of gachas, though that's a genre that I don't like gambling mechanics. So when you're encouraged to keep getting pulls and get into microtransactions, I don't play a lot of stuff with microtransactions. So that's just the kind of thing that's
welcome,
not
dreamer.
Taste. And welcome. Come on in, make yourself comfortable. You complain about your internet provider fare. The Lion King 2. So it's been a while. I could not. It's funny. I did not see The Lion King 2 until only a year or two ago. Which it's funny because knowing many individuals had their awakening, let's say, through Kovu. And I'm going, okay, I see where they go with it. Oh, he's damaged, he's tortured, he's an outcast, and he also happens to be darkly hot in a lion way. Okay, fair enough. I see where they're going with this. And like Robin Hood created a whole new generation, now I understand the Kovu crave, because at least from his aesthetic, I go, I can see this. But then seeing his characterization, I go, yep, okay. He's so damaged they can fix him. Scar was your awakening. Fair enough. Okay. I mean, Scar is fun as a villain because he's just pure evil and malice. But what's the word I'm looking for? The way he carries himself is so, how do I I'm trying to think of the right words because it feels awkward. Thank you. What would I say to do that? There's an allure to what he does, and he's very convincing. And the sly, for lack of a better word, cunty way that Scar is. It's got an appeal to it. He's that anime villain who is fabulous, and he is having a blast just hamming up all of his plans to take over the Pride Lands. So, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. Oh, I have. Death. Hold that for a second. Pick it up. Pick it up. I feel like I need a pencil right now. Come on, gatito. Pick it up. Corre, gatito. Oh yeah, Death Wolf was such an awesome performance. I loved what his actor did. And what Robin Hood was for Disney generations ago. DreamWorks has had movie after movie where we go, all right, we're going to create so many furries. And it all ends up being the wolves somehow. Is you go from Death Wolf to Mr. Wolf, and they give him a straight up praise kink in the movie, which was going, hoo hoo hoo. Oh, God, this is so on the nose. Just, guy gets called a good boy and he melts. So real for that. I'm sorry, what? Want people to know it's too late for apologies. Hey, yo! And then, of course, you have Diane Foxington, I believe, as well. So you have equal opportunity. They just go, no, everyone gets the thirst. Whatever you want a taste of, this buffet is open for you. Then, of course, all the bisexuals walk up and they're like, damn it, I need something from each side. Yeah, no, it's so interesting that discussing furry culture and anthropomorphization, where there are certain traits that carry over into particular style choices, vocal choices, or they represent something that people find very alluring in a human. And it's so interesting because now many cultures, you'll get things like lions represent regality, pride, long, large manes. Of course, thinking of Simba, they give him quintessential 90s bangs. A good wolf girl. No. In fact, I was thinking even of Fortnite, where the internet was pissed because here they get wolf guy who comes out, and dude, of course, is just jacked, full wolf, total furry bait. And then they bring out the female wolf, and she's like an anime wolf girl. She doesn't even have a snout. And everyone is like, you cowards, give her a goddamn snout. I want the jingle jingle. Oh, whoa. Speaking of jingle jingle. Thank you, Azrael. The Soldier Poet King test. I'm not familiar with that yet. Blabbing. Tell me the things you've been blabbing about on your back. Tennessee is holding. Snow Leopard from the second movie had you blushing. Fair. It's so interesting how, so many people. I forget the meme, but it was someone talking about a daughter and her mother talking about Robin Hood. Disney's Robin Hood, of course. And I think it was the mom even who caught her daughter off guard and is like, hey, he's charming and he's not wearing any pants. What else could you want in a man? And the daughter is just like gobsmacked going, okay, she was thirsting over Robin Hood too, but mom. Mirko from My Hero Academia. I would say Bunny Muscle Mommy. So Mirko definitely falls more in that Japanese Kemono Mimi style, where you get animal ears, but still mostly human characteristics. So I would say, yeah, she's leaning towards just Kemono Mimi as opposed to something much more anthro, with being a furry. Anyway. Naya-chan, may you have a beautiful night. May you have wonderful dreams. And may your mind palace be filled with all sorts of vivid visions. May you go into this holiday with happiness in your heart and peace in your mind. And until you return to the Zetaplex in another dream. Good night. So yeah, I would definitely say she's Bunny Muscle Mommy. Because especially Mirko's styling. She's ripped. She and, I was trying to think of another muscle mommy. Noi from Dorohedoro, who is just ripped. Which I don't think she has any animalistic characteristics. But, yeah, because my mind was thinking Beastars. But Beastars is going so far on the furry scale where many characters are styled with body types similar to their actual animal forms, and like how Haru looks as a bunny. And also happens to be quite small as a creature. Yeah, Beastars is about as far as you can go. How do I say this? It's about as far as you can go before you're hitting danger territory. zoophile territory, but I won't say any more beyond that because just, those people are creeps. So yeah, that's when you're hitting the extreme of the scale where it's going, okay, you like anthropomorphized animals, and then you go, no, you're going too far. Back up. Please tell me this isn't a for real thing. Yeah, gonna keep you away from the pets. Yeah, let's not talk about that. So, yeah, where do I go from that? B stars on the furry scale. And all the awakenings people have had, where all of a sudden they just go, even if someone, I'm almost expecting someone's gonna say, I'm not a furry, but, and they might pull out someone like, the Beast. Or, who else would probably be in there that would fall into that, where it's like, I'll think about that, because I know there's definitely, let's see. Yeah, I'm trying to think of some of those who kind of cross over in terms of interest, where it's almost like tee-hee, you don't realize what you are. I'm not a furry, but me last year. Exactly. Yep, there's a good example where it's just, but Luna Wolf, I mean, she's just, which it's interesting because she's so standoffish. I need to watch more of that Hell show to see Luna's character development, because I've only seen a few episodes where she's just like, fuck the world, I don't want anything. And Blitz, you're an asshole. Diego and the Tiger from Ice Age. Okay. Fair enough. Now there's a conversation. Everyone's furry is awakening. I think I said that. My mind's all scattered. Here I said I was going to take a break half an hour ago, and then nope, just keep going on. I mean, I think what's interesting is, so Luna, as she's coded, definitely has that standoffish goth girl aesthetic. And she's definitely given appealing traits. Long hair, sharp features. It's interesting the choices that are made. Of course, characterized as a wolf. And for whatever reason, there's a lot of canine features that seem to be appealing to humans. God, where am I even going with this conversation? This is so... Ugh! It's interesting looking at anthropomorphized features like that. I think that's the easiest way to put it. And hello, James DJ. You're coming in at an interesting time. We're discussing everyone's furry awakening, where they just saw that character that just all of a sudden hit them and made them go, oh, I think I might like an animal girl and or animal boy and or animal them. So it's actually, I guess animal envy would be the thing. There we go. Hello, Diana. Welcome back. You're also coming at an interesting time. So yeah, it's fandoms, and the way in which fandoms will click like that. Just from a cultural perspective, even the furry fandom is fascinating because of the strong sense of community. Yours was from an anime. Do tell. Who was it, out of curiosity? Yeah, and there's pretty much no judgment. we established the line which you go, okay, we know where you stop things and go, oh, no, too far. So yeah, just curious if you're comfortable saying. And if not, just say, okay, maybe change the topic. From an anime. Forgot which anime. BRB. Cool. Told I have a boyfriend. How very interesting, Diana. Who mentioned that and who did they say was my boyfriend? That is news to me. But now I'm curious who someone claimed is my boyfriend. How very interesting. It's just me and the Zetaplex. I mean, I'm always happy when you all visit, but I'm curious. Someone's starting rumors on the internet. Roxanne while crawling through the vents in security breach. I know, we both are Roxy appreciators. Thought, I'm gonna like this one. And you're like, I think I see it. Even the start where she's just up against the grates and it's like cell block tango coded, for lack of a better word. They knew what they were doing with Roxanne Wolf. And especially her actress's performance. Hello again, Galaxy Wolfstar. Oh my god, objectifying me like a slutty male VTuber. I can't believe you. Hello, just come in. Bazoomies! Oh my god. Yeah, no, Roxanne, all of the glam rocks have such appealing designs. They're all characterized that they've got... What's the best words? I was also distracted just hearing Aerith's theme snuck into this song. Where is that? What is this song? So this is my Walking Dog playlist. Okay, this is just from their Lo-Fi Gaming Megamix, so I don't have an exact title for that one. Not sure if you heard that right. So, your friend said she was on my stream and she said that I had one. That is news to me that I have a boyfriend. As I said, I'm happy to welcome you all into the Zetaplex, but there's just me here. So, yeah, I can't... Was she saying it was a specific person or just that I had one? I'm curious what's getting out there on the internet.
Welcome, dreamer.
Anyway, welcome, Samu. Make yourself comfortable. Oh, yeah, I forgot your message from a moment ago. When someone around you said they aren't a furry and then proceeds to show a bunch of pictures. And you know, here's a funny thing, is a lot of the stigmas really have just... There's not so much of a fiefdom like there used to be a long time ago where people would kind of look at something and just cringe and treat it as weird. Because especially a lot of cultures, the internet has commingled where... What was I saying about that? A lot of fandoms have commingled where, you know, your anime fans, your furry fans, your sci-fi fans, they used to be much more split up. But now all kind of come together because so much media just crosses over and everyone... Speaking of Kingdom Hearts, here you go. I use a lot of music from Walking Dog, so as you can see, kind of hiding behind y'all down there. They do some wonderful lo-fi stuff, and it's also all royalty-free, so it is really nice. And hello, Logjam, we got another one of the Goob Squad coming in. Come on in, make yourself comfy, and Merry Christmas to you. We're just up late chatting. I always promise I'm going to play a video game at some point, and here I'm just getting distracted. I promised I was going to take a break, too, and I'm like, oh, you have been trussed with something. Oh, no. Bax, are you going to do some art crimes? Are you going to do some art crimes? And hello, Anne. Come on in. Almost 8 a.m. here. Okay, I forgot you were Europe-based. Started talking about Wolf Girls, yes. Everyone who's coming in right now, we've been having discussions of people's furry awakenings or their furry hear-me-outs where they just saw a character and then just like, I don't think I'm a furry, but Roxanne Wolf. Put your phone down, but now you can't put your phone down. Oh, that's right, the string art kit. Guys, I knew you mentioned that a few times. I apologize as my mind's been so scattered around trying to follow chat. I'm glad y'all are... I'm a scaly... Yeah! I mean, you know, you can see what I got. So, I know. I got some scales on me. If you ever want to feel they're quite smooth, it's like feeling polished gemstone. They glitter in the light. They just reflect with a shine. A little hard to the touch, I will say. Not exactly soft skin, but, you know. getting lived here too. So yeah, I'm a scaly. I am a dragon after all. Oh, and now I get Final Fantasy VIII in here. I forgot they mixed up all this. I'm just enjoying myself vibing right now. Anytime I hear any Square Enix, I have the most love-hate relationship with Square Enix as a developer. Square Enix has created some of the most cherished memories in gaming that I have. Square Enix is also a complete clusterfuck of a company. So every time Square Enix comes up with a great idea, they shoot themselves in the foot, and I'm just like, okay, guys, come on, can you please just make the sexy Final Fantasies, make every character hot, make the graphics good, make the gameplay fun, make the story a little unhinged, give us good music. Nobuo Uematsu is hitting retirement age, so in case someone else needs work on something, okay, fine, go to that. But just give us what we want. Stop having weird pushes where you're like, we need to westernize everything and put in this style, because, you know, everyone just wants shooty mans with lots of bloom, and they don't want any of our belts and zippers characters. Bitches, do you know the memories you have given people with Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts? Do you know the style cues? Tetsuya Nomura and his insane designs of fashion. He needs to introduce an actual clothing line, not like high-end Rouen clothing that was, oh, what was it? The formal suits from Final Fantasy 15 that Noctis wore. And give people the slutty sleeveless turtleneck that soldiers in Final Fantasy VII wear. People will wear the slutty sleeveless turtleneck because it is a slutty sleeveless turtleneck. Give people the belts and zippers. give people the good stuff. Gonna go to sleep? Good night, Samu. Get some rest. And Neo-Latin. I'm afraid I do not know what Neo-Latin is. That is interesting. I was gonna say, is that a fantasy variant of Latin, or is that actually a thing that exists? Oshinoko. Oh, okay. Oshinoko was the character. So I apologize, I'm not familiar with it because I've not seen Oshinoko yet. But interesting. Huh. Only time you sleep is when your brain forces you to. Going to go to bed? I even wonder. I think, when we hit the 3.5 hour mark, by that point that will be the point where it's hit midnight for everyone except Hawaii and Alaska. So that might be a good time to call it a night. The anime, the character is I from that anime or AI? You just want to nom nom nom? You just want to eat? What? Craving beef right now? Heknuches? I will say I am not familiar. Neo-Latin I have no familiarity with, so I apologize. I do not know. Logjam. Shit. Naughty. Oh my god. I swear, ever since I showed you my true form, y'all have been treating me like a slutty male VTuber. You are insane. Y'all are unhinged. I can't believe y'all. Just objectifying me. Can't believe y'all. It's seeing, when I see the letters A and I think of an old manga from, I think it was the late 80s when it was written, Video Girl I. And I, of course, means love in Japanese. But Video Girl I was an interesting story about a lonely and severely depressed Japanese guy who rents a video from a strange Japanese video store. And of course, because this is Japan, it's pitched as, romance. It's porn. Straight up. Japanese softcore porn. So as he puts this video in his VHS player, this girl manifests from it. And she is there
Welcome, dreamer.
And thank you very much for the follow. Come on in, Chroma Sketch. Make yourself comfy. Comfy. Now it's getting to be late. But so she's summoned from the videotape, and she is in the human world, but only as long as the tape can run. So it adds an interesting element of how long, well, what impact can a person leave when you have such a limited amount of time? The name is Ai from Oshinoko. Let me look up this character. Oshinoko. Ai. Oh, Ai Hoshino. So I was gonna say she does look like a human girl. Oh, you were just talking about an awakening, not a furry awakening, if I think I'm following this. I think if I'm following that. Ai Hoshino. I'm vaguely familiar with her. Okay. Have I read Icebreaker? Not yet. Let me take a look, because I feel like I should know what Icebreaker is. That is a manga, correct? I want to make sure I'm getting that. Oh, it's a webtoon. No, I don't know that yet. Blade from Elden Ring. Yeah, no, that's also... I'm aware there's a lot of him out on the internet. Yes, that's another one. Especially when you're getting into the bada furries. I'm even gonna throw this one out there. So there is a VTuber. His name is Dakrom, and he made a debut. I want to say it was in August, but Japanese furry wolf VTuber, and his entire style is all fitness themed. But he had done a song cover. Aesthetic Sense is the song. And he had animated himself dancing to it. But while it's originally performed by a female bartender, he changed it so he was now at a gym bar just throwing around shaker bottles and stuff like that. And the level of animation, it has no right to be as good as it is. But also is that kind of aesthetic just to go, oh, this is going to cause some things for people. Gorgeously animated, though, so that I will say. Roses and Champagne. I don't know that one either. So Icebreaker, let me look up Roses and Champagne. Because now, one that I do know, Brimstone and Roses. Brimstone and Roses, which is the story of a young woman, B, who is going to her... Okay, it's a BL crime drama. Interesting, so that's what that is. That I was going to say, since it's a BL series, it makes me think of Banana Fish, which has been in the zeitgeist not too long ago, because Amazon completely butchered it with those terrible AI dubs that they did. Banana Fish being an iconic crime drama, also BL series, and dark as hell. It is a majorly dark series. It's a good read. It's well written, but it's gonna make you feel for Ash Lynx and Agito by the end of it. Aliens considered furries. That's an interesting question. Ethically. All right, no, that's not the right word. Not ethically. I feel like aliens are kind of in their own thing. Because they're not animals per se. Oh. I'd almost, for lack of a better description, I wonder if I would classify aliens just under straight up monster fuckers. For lack of a better word, oh my god, what is this conversation we're having tonight? I think with aliens, because they're kind of in this own group of their own, since they're not animals, they usually have humanistic characteristics. But, you know, you've got Megamind, fair enough. You've got H.R. Giger's work, or Giger, I always forget how his name was pronounced, where you get people who are into xenomorphs. So I think, for just lack of a better term, because I don't think they fall into anthro. So just, you know, monster fucker catch-all. That's it. No judgment, of course. I use that term very neutrally. In fact, you know, of course. Welcome, Dreamer. And hello, Captain Pro Gamer. You're coming in at a fun time. What a discussion we're having tonight. So, you know what? Y'all enjoy yourselves. Y'all enjoy your freak. Y'all enjoy whatever tags you search for on a certain mint green site. There ain't too much judging. As long as we're not getting into, like, zoo territory or anything really wrong like that. Just that. But, yeah. Y'all have your fun in fantasy. Or you could even make it a reality. But, yes. I mean... I'm gonna be real with you, dude. I can only comment so much on languages that I don't know what you're saying. It's really hard for me to comment on something that's not in the language that I have any familiarity with. And hello, Eat the Fish. Come on in. Make yourself comfortable. We're having some very colorful conversations tonight. So, we've been discussing everyone's furry awakenings. And that's certainly been a topic of conversation, just to go, Cat girls, fox girls, wolf girls. All good. All good. And Nikki, may you have a beautiful night. May you have a wonderful sleep and peaceful memories where your mind can be filled with the most vivid but may you have wonderful dreams to fill your mind. Hold them close to your heart and carry them into the waking world. Until we meet again and until you return to the Zetaplex. Good night. You are a bird. Okay, so we got someone... we got avian in there too. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. It's always interesting just to see what draws people in. Bisexual witch out. You go for both sides of the buffet. One of those funny jokes, just the B stands for buffet. Wolf girls, fox girls, cat girls are your trio. All good choices. And so, you know, they all capture such interesting personalities. Just one right after. Just each one of them, something fictosexual. Fair. Just loving all those 2D characters. Fair. Not too much judgment here. All fun and fantasy. Bringing dreams to life, if you will. Plus then, of course, you know, there's the magic of cosplay. And the individuals who do what they can to bring everyone to life. It's a fun adventure. And also interpretations of different characters, where some, if they're not able to pull off a full fursuit style variant, if they might do something else. Like, humanize Bowser, perhaps, as an example. Everyone just like, taste. Roses and champagne. Yeah, it's been a while. I'm trying to think if there was any... It's been a while since I last read too much manga-wise. If there was something that had a... I don't know if I can think of anything that had a strong focus on BL as the plot point. It just happened to be there. Oh, what would I have read? Now, I know that voice actor that I sound like. He did work on Ai no Kusabi, which certainly is going far past BL and just going straight to yaoi. But, yeah, Ai no Kusabi is dark. So that's certainly something it is a story that pulls no punches in terms of its plot line. I'm trying to think of anything else if there was in there. Oh, I just thought of something. A really good story. Castle Swimmer. Castle Swimmer is so... It's such... It's a satisfying read. Very endearing characters. Although I'm embarrassed now. Kappa as the main character. I am embarrassed. I am forgetting Shark Boy. What is his name off the top of my head? It's been a few months since I read Castle Swimmer. Y'all, help me out here. If any of y'all have read Castle Swimmer, do you remember Shark Boy? What is his name? Starts with an S. All the sharks start with S. Help. I should be able to do a Google search, but I'm just going, anyone remember this a little bit better? Help, anyone? What's his name? Siren! That's it. I had to think about that for a second. Kappa, Siren, his father Shoal. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's a very enjoyable series. I've been enjoying everything that's, been coming out with it so far. So, we'll see where that goes. Castle Swimmer, it's a very enjoyable webtoon. It's definitely got a nice little push very high up in the list. But I recommend it. I think it's a lot of fun and, well, it definitely goes through a strong emotional range. And Merry Christmas to you too, Star. It's now midnight across the continental U.S. Got just Alaska and Hawaii as the final remaining ones. So, hopefully today is a warm and happy day as we start dancing towards a new dawn. I was even curious. Yeah, Castle Swimmer is a good one. Brimstone and Roses. I greatly appreciate it. So I forgot to describe the plot. Brimstone and Roses. Young woman, B. She is she's been invited to her ex's wedding. Ugh. And awkwardly, she said she had a date so she can make like she moved on, but she kind of doesn't have one, so she decides to summon a demon and make up a contract. And hijinks ensue. Because now that she's signed a binding pact to get a date to go to a wedding, well, the story progresses from there. Yeah, so Azrael, we were talking about Brimstone and Roses. That was the series I was citing. That, Castle Swimmer, and I know there's so many, oh god, webtoons, there's so many of them. I don't even know where to start because I lose track of them. That's one thing that sucks, is because I don't know if there's a really effective... Organization's always such a mess. And there's just so much. Like, even Let's Play as another good one, which I know the creator, I think she put that on ice, although now that it's becoming animated. Because there was some stuff going on where she just moved off the Webtoon platform because I don't think it made the money that she was hoping, because Webtoons, it's not an ideal platform. It's one that you're making pennies trying to get as much support as you can.
Good boy.
You know, oh, thank you.
And they can be a good boy.
So many webtoons. And it just overwhelms you because the recommendations are endless. There is so much out there that you can just take in comic after comic after comic after comic, and so many different styles, so many different varieties. I was even trying to think of some other ones I knew, because you lose track of them. I think I've got Webtoon installed, yeah. And even right off the bat, it advertises another one to go, hey, check this out. What's even in my list of things to check out? Good night, bad dress. Be well. Get some rest. What else was in there? Demon for Hire. That was another one I picked up at some point. Oh god, my list is endless. Loving Reaper, Jenny Jinya, in case any of y'all need to cry. Jenny Jinya and Loving Reaper, I don't want to bring the mood down too much, but just Loving Reaper, if you need something that is... it'll make you feel. Anything Jenny Jinya writes will make you feel. God, I have so many webtoons. I don't even know where to go with those. I can't get too distracted with that. But I know, since we've been going for about 3.5 hours, maybe it's time to get ready to rest and call it a night. Send you all off with some diamond dust to just drift away. Sleepy sand, if you will, so you can be rested, recharged, and enjoy a day where you can connect with everyone who means something in your life. And I hope that wherever you might be, whoever you are around, you can feel love from the souls in your life. I hope that you can find inspiration for whatever helps you make it through to your next chapter. So, appreciate those who are there for you in your life, who go out of their way to just be with you. No conditions. No. What's the word I'm looking for? I forgot the word all of a sudden. No transactions. That's it. That's it. But good vibes. And share the warmth. Even if someone is melting down from too much heat, give them some relief with some coolness. But find that little bit of light in your soul wherever you may be going. So, I think it's time to call it a night. And as I send you off from this world, thank you for joining me here. Thank you for being part of my world. Thank you for trusting me as you dive into your dreams. And I hope it's been beautiful for you, whatever you've had the chance to see. So I'll be here for another adventure soon. But at least for now, rest your head, close your eyes, and look for the beauty that you can carry into the world of the waking. I'm trying to think, who do we even have tonight? I know it's a little late. Let me see if I do have someone to send you off to. Hold tight for a moment. Merry Christmas, Merry Goobmas. May you all have beautiful dreams. You know what? Lustrous Silver is up. So let's send some love to him. Here's our message for y'all. So, hold on, and I'll send you off to another dream. Whoop. That is the wrong one, actually. There we go. But you all stay awesome. Share the light in your heart. And until we meet again, I will see you all soon. Good night, dreamers.